Don't worry, I see you. I see you. I'm just not saying anything, okay? Just hold on. Just let me get there. Oh, you see my year, I'm about to have a lot of tea bags in here at this point. Got the full morning worth of bagging. I've been tea bagging this son of a bitch all morning. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like, you know, you get a gourd, you put a little extra in the gourd. Boom, boom, boom. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Welcome to Costco.
I love you. Hey, I love you too. I'll tea bag you all morning. Hell yeah, brother. Wait, what? Can he say that?
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Ding ding, he's live. Hey, Nightshade dude. I do want to make it. So here's my general idea, Nightshade dude. Is I think Monday we're gonna run some Tarky. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. We gotta run some Tarky. We gotta run some Tarky, baby. Let's go to Twatter. I should probably go to twatter.com. When you're 4 days into a 10-minute task. That's pretty good. I'm going to break it. Broken. All right. Anyways. Hey, how's it going? Tarkov, I think. When Tarky? Monday Eve. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? It is Friday, my dudes. Oh, it is Friday, my dudes. Hey, didn't someone just sub and I totally just like ignored it? I'm just a badass. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't want to brag or anything, but I recently just got followed by a Swedish gay robot. So, I mean, I know that you guys think you're living the high life, but, I mean, look at what I got. Hey, a clockwork banana.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I don't even know what to do with that. What do we do with that? Hey, Colin McRae, thank you very much for the tier 1, a clockwork banana. Hell yeah, brother. Dazad, let's go, dude. Come on, tell me that is not hilarious. That is hilarious, okay? Yo, what up, my guy? What up, Rip? I know. Okay, it's been a month, applied to hundreds of jobs, openings, barely got a response from 2 to 3, and they also gave me assignment and don't respond after completing. Alan Not Walker, that sucks, man. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I hate when companies do that. I mean, I understand that they're also inundated with responses, you know.
Welcome to Costco.
But still, it's not fair. It's not cool, right? It's not helping you. It's not helping them. I really don't think you want to be that person. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person, and I really hope that we don't ever strive to be that person. You know what I mean? By the way, I've almost finished my. Before I say thank you, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually, I am actually super far into completing my first like full Rust project at Netflix. Okay, and it's really stretching a lot of the things that, you know, like I'm really trying to get deep in there with some of the Rust things. It turns out there's some things that I feel like I've ran into that are very hard with Rust. But I think it's also because I'm not thinking about it right. I'm convinced I'm just not doing it right still. I work at Netflix, by the way, and I think I could do better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that I could do better. Or I've started to ask for referrals. This is always a really good way to do things. If you know people that are working. And so the project is generating something I used to do in TypeScript into in Rust. And so it is to generate a video CSV, kind of like I'm doing some testing and stuff like that. So kind of going through some various like memory usage and all this of a session of video on our television or web product. And so just kind of going through all the details of what happens with the video, every single frame, distributing memory across, all that kind of stuff. And so it just takes a lot of computation. And in JavaScript, like 10 minutes of video is like 2 gigs of memory. 10 minutes of video in Rust is like 40 megs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference. It's like a huge, ridiculous difference. Yeah, it's insanity. Because, I mean, the hard part is because it's a wild difference. The hard part is that it's all JSON, right? And so I'm getting these huge blobs of JSON. I'm effectively getting streamed 100,000, 200,000, a million events from a database about what's going on. And it's kind of like these summed up things. And so I'm getting it from a couple different databases, putting them all together, trying to orient them by both time and like what video frame and all that. And I even take a bunch of other information. Are you working on Cobra Kai? If not even worth doing. Don't worry, I'm not working on Cobra Kai.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Hey, everyone, you want to see my version of Cobra Kai? All right, here you go. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. My version of Cobra Kai. What are you doing? How'd I do? Did you see that acting? My friends, that's what we call acting. I know. You're really impressed with my ability to act. I get that. But Karen, I want you to know I never take acting to that level and lie to you through my clearly superior human emotion manipulation that I personally can do. Okay, I would never do that to you, Karen. I hold you in high regard. Okay, in high regard. Get him out. Get him out. Before the storm as the round begins. We don't want none of this. I'm an unpaid actor, by the way. Anyways, hey, thank you, Toru Duson. Thank you for the brand new Prime, baby. Oh, nice. We got some messages going here. People, put the messages in. I've saved my Prime for the Primeagen for obvious reasons. Yeah, I'm Amazon Prime, obviously. It's Ob. Shallow clone, my favorite kind of clone. Thank you. Actually, technically, my favorite kind of clone is a Cylon clone, okay? They're very, very exciting. Come on, who here did not think the ending to Battlestar Galactica was great? All right, Runs Zaga. Thank you very for the brand new Twitch Prime. Thank you, Jal Philippe. Don't look back. I saw hot D's there. Oh no. Oh shit. Hey, Marco Del Dongo. Thank you very much and good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Hey, Dazad, thank you for the 30 bits.
Welcome
Appreciate that. Oiler fam, let's go. And Pixel and Johnny. Pixel Johnny.
Welcome to Costco.
Hey, remember, put a little fun message in there for me, okay, Johnny? Okay, Johnny? We live? Oh, hell yeah, we live. Okay, people are sending me messages. You know when you send me messages and I'm live? Uh-oh, there's lag. Uh-oh. Okay. Don't send me messages while I'm live. I'm going to check them.
Welcome to Costco.
I'm going to check them. That was a personal message. Don't do that, okay? I don't know if you're trying to mess with me or not. All right, here we go. Just bought the Zero to Prod Rust book. I'm really enjoying learning the superior language. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, awesome. All right, sorry, I gotta do something really quickly. You'll notice that it's no longer scrolling here. I just unplugged my computer for a second. Gotta do this thing, deactivate. Let's activate it up again. There we go. And now let's move my mouse around. There we go. It's now in sync again. It's been happening lately. I don't know what it is. Was the whole Trademark Rose Foundation figured out? They're gonna make some updates. And like we said, the Zero to Prod book is excellent material. Been really enjoying it. Yeah. Uh-oh, Beans, mate. Here we go. D's. What? D's what? D's. Can I put them in my mouth? Do you stream from VM or do you have multiple computers? Multiple computers. Spike Taunt. Thank you very much. Sorry, man. I don't know how to Twitch yet. We'll have a message to you next month. That's okay. I also bought Zero to Prod, waiting for delivery. Are you guys all buying that book because of me? Real talk. Are you guys buying that book because I said it was awesome? Spike Taunt, thank you for the follow and then the Twitch Prime. Let's go, baby. He streams from Windows. Everybody, he uses Windows. Really? Oh, wow. I do want you to know that I am extremely careful promoting any book because I genuinely worry. Like look at this. Like there's more than one person saying yes is a lot of people, and that's a lot of responsibility. And so it worries me. I don't want to ever be that.
Welcome to Costco.
I'm waiting for my mini PC to be delivered. Wait, what is it? What did you get a mini PC for? And so I'm very. It's also very simple to read. Exactly. That's one thing that I really like. You're an influencer, yeah, but I want to be a good influencer. There's a reason why I've put out very few opinions. I feel like I'm not a heavy opinion person. We are really here for 6 hours. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I really do try. If you like the book, it's better to have influence from someone's heart than from someone's pocket. Exactly. And so I mean, real talk with you. I mean, it's the same reason why I've accepted exceptionally few sponsorships. Terceau is a sponsorship that I've accepted. Vercel wants to do a sponsorships. We haven't solidified anything yet. You know, it's just like I always worry about taking anything. I'm sponsored by Kinesis, but I've been sponsored them for like 5 years at this point. Melky sponsored me. When Glock sponsorship, dude, I would take a Glock sponsorship every day of the effing week. Yo, if anybody out there knows Glock and you want me to be strapping a piece right here, I will wear a piece. Okay, you just even have to send me one. Send me one plus unlimited ammo. Okay, so every month you send me a batch of ammo and I'll go shoot it outside. Hell yeah, brother! Why you gotta be doing that? Can't wear a piece on Twitch. You can't wear a piece on Twitch? Yeah, you can. There's people that have it. Do a Rust gun conference. Dude, hell yeah, I want to do that. That'd be so sweet. Think about the safety conference. Learn about Rust and how to handle a weapon properly. It'd be so sweet. I would love that. I could even get, his name's Chris. He is a Navy SEAL, 3 tours with the military, 6 tours with Blackwater, and then became a preacher. And when I met him, he was just like, well, here's the deal. I know how to take a life and I know how to save a life. And I'm just like, that's the most real intro I've ever heard anyone say in their entire lifetime. I was shocked. Yeah, he was a Navy SEAL, all that, dude. It was nuts. The guy was one of the coolest guys, and he taught me how to shoot a handgun. I spent 6 hours with him. It was awesome. He went movie line. He went full movie line. It was very, very cool. A donut operator and prime crossover when, dude, that'd be fun. What is your favorite Rust framework? I don't have a favorite web framework. I mean, I'm using Actix, but I don't, like, I would do something with donut operator. That'd be fun. What a story. Dude, it was an awesome story. Like, the guy was, dude, he would just tell us stories about, like, cars just running up and, like, crashing next to them and people just jumping out with, like, just actual weapons starting to shoot at him. Him, like, just jumping back, and because of his training was able to start shooting from the hip as he pulled the gun. Position 2. This is position 2, by the way. Notice where this hand is. Just started shooting as he was falling backwards. Like, just the craziest stories. Right, there's position 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, like just bat, you know. Gotta be very careful. You don't want to be pointing shit all over the place. It was awesome. Because I never knew what a real, like, I'm not in combat. I don't know what it takes to be in combat, so I've never seen any of that. And so when I just got to, like, listen to someone do it and go through the motions, it's like, wow, this is way different than you think it is. Because, like, in the movies, it's just like, shit's just all over the place. But, like, in real life, like, there's numbers, like, they're constantly doing stuff. It's really cool. Glock 19 is the finest self-defense implemented device ever. Yeah, it's just way different. It was super cool. Super cool experience. How much did you spend on let's see, how much time do you spend on programming a day? Do you work on the weekends? So, good question. I wake up somewhere between 5 to 6. Lately, I've been doing 6 just because me and my wife have just been wanting to spend extra time in the evening together, just chatting for long periods of time. And so I've just been staying up later because. And so with that, I've just been waking up at 6. I usually get to work 15 minutes after I wake up, right? I make some tea, walk over to my office, and just start working. Typically, work starts off with me making uploading a video to YouTube, and making a box art, sending it off, right? Because I just do, I have all those just react channel, side channel videos, and I just make sure that that's gone. Do that. Sometimes I'll make a meme directly afterwards, so about 15 minutes worth of effort, and then I'll go and I'll work until this point. I try not even to check a Twitter much or anything else like that. No shower gang. It's not that I'm a no shower gang. It's that my well exploded and I'm unable to use water like that. I normally would do that. You know what I mean? I normally would take a shower. I don't know. The latest video seems to have a spelling mistake. I fixed that. My bad on that one. Real programmers don't point. Is judo the second best? Judo is the second best. Catan, well, yeah. And so then I usually do that for 5 hours worth of work, 4 hours worth of good work. I wish you well. Thank you. The well is actually almost fixed. It's almost fixed. I'm very excited. Do you know what esoteric language such as... No, I don't know any about esoteric stuff. I managed to jam 2 G19s out on the range the other day. I guess my past mojo as a QA. Yeah, you got to be careful the moment you do that. 3 out of 10 joke. I know, it was okay. Do you do any martial arts? No, but I've wanted to always do BJJ or Krav Maga, right? I think one of those two would be great to learn, or both of them. Caught you YouTube after your blow up. Wait, what? I'm not. Did I have a blow up? I mean, I'm just way wild. I'm a software engineer. I've been one for 10 years and feel stale. I'm looking to pop back into the market, and I want to and I want to be a great dev with confidence like you to talk about. Catching up on your streams, and holy cow, all the tech that was hot 10 years ago is almost dead. Should I focus on passion projects with different tech to grow, all greenfield, as well as data structures and algos? Those first. Thanks and hugs. Well, that's a very nice question. Always building things is always a great way to learn new tech, right? I recommend Krav Maga. What's that one? This guy should learn PHP and Ruby. Yeah. Do you follow schedule / plan or just flowing with JIT decisions? JIT decisions. I'm not one to do things like. I'm not one to do. I'm not a big schedule guy. Schedules kind of like they just ruin the juices. You know what I mean? Like a good schedule ruins the juices for me. I know that's not everyone's experience, but that is most certainly mine. Hold on just 1 second.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
You better be careful, guys. You keep saying, like,
welcome to Costco.
You guys are jokingly saying the word MAGA, but you got to remember we're also talking about Rust. They might ban me from even being able to stream it if you keep this up. Okay? Calm down. Odin literally got quaternions as a primitive. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Let's see. Guys, just stop it, okay? Let's just stop it. Damn, I know. Don't be weirdos. Okay? I just want to shoot guns. I'm getting bad. If the Rust Foundation probably won't even. I bet you one of their TO. I bet if I read their robust TOS or their COC, it's gonna be like I'm personally not allowed to come to any conferences. Right? You know that's true. At least in my region, Krav Maga has a very bad rep. Just go MMA. Really? I've heard very mixed reviews, right? But I hear a lot of great things as well, right? Muay Thai is the thing, actually. Yeah, there seems to be a few that are very, people really love. Love it, inspiration, bro. I'm in the industry as a dev for almost 4 years now. And have to say, I'm like light years away. No, you're really not. Keep up the hustle, though. Got to keep trying. The thing is, on the watch list for the foundation, I am. It sounds like what edgy teens do. It does.
Good feelings. It's a night.
But real talk. Okay, so what should you do if you're new or you want to get better and you're really putting in effort? I want you to take a couple things away really quickly. Okay, enough of this fun talk or whatever. I don't care. Real talk. If you're trying to get better as a programmer, you're trying to, figure out what to do. Obviously, if you don't explore new technologies within 5 years, you're going to have kind of a lot of atrophied skills. Meaning that if you haven't gone over data structures in a long time, like your ability to be able to build, say, a heap from scratch is probably really, really small. You know what I mean? It's not that it's a bad thing. Just that's what happens when you let skills atrophy. And so, how do you keep up with the Joneses? How do you keep up with everything that's happening at any point in time? Well, it's actually pretty hard to do. It's also really simple to do. Just because it's simple does not mean it can't be hard. First off, review data structures every now and then. Just simple ones. None of these like exotic ones you get from leak code. Just normal ones, right? Ones that you can run into in your daily job or help you with understanding, right? Know how to walk a tree pretty well, because guess what? Walking a tree, that's just like walking DOM nodes, right? It has a real one-to-one implication with your real life. But second, okay. Amen, sir. I'm over here pouring out my heart, trying to give great advice, and you're trying to emotionally abuse me? This is true, Cam. You're just bruising me right now. I've lost my you just shot my train of thought. I had this glorious point to make, and now it's completely gone. Hold on. I'm not even reading chat. Just give me a second. The second best thing you can do is obviously building greenfield projects in technologies you really, really want.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And I do mean that because greenfield projects help a ton. They're going to just expose you to things in really non-annoying environments. And what do I mean by non-annoying environments? Like, press 1 in the chat if you've ever had to maintain a bigger project and you wanted to add, like, say, a small feature. And the small feature, which in a greenfield should have taken you 20, 30 minutes, but during a big project, it takes you literally like 2 weeks, right? And here's the deal. The reason why that exists and why that's so annoying is that just doing anything in these larger abstracted environments are super painful. And so learning...
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Thank you. Learning through Greenfield is extremely important, and I want you to know that now. It's extremely, extremely important. And I want you to just take that and internalize it. Because you can take what you see in Greenfield and apply it to larger projects. It just takes a lot of time and effort versus the other way. And so I just want that kind of be like a mantra in your heart that, hey, I need to be able to always be expanding my skills, investing new things. And this is why when I say, hey, you should work hard, I mean, you should do your job and you should make the people around you happy. You should not be quiet quitting. You should not be doing the bare minimum, because the bare minimum is never going to be good for your career growth or really your own personal growth. But on top of that, you should be exploring outside of work. I still call that work because in the end, it's for work. It's for you becoming a better engineer. It's for your future. I don't know what you call it. Replace it with whatever words you would like. And just taking that and spending some time outside and exploring these new tech, because when a problem arises at your job that requires somebody with experience outside of the current domain of the job, you're going to be that person more often than not because you're exploring other things. When your team comes across hurdles, you don't need Bob from the back end to tell you what to do. Instead, you can just be like, oh, we got to do these 4 things. Don't worry, I got it. Hey, yeah, I know where it's at. I know how to get into the code base for the server. Don't worry, I'll take care of these things. You just know, and you can move fast. And honestly, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. You know what I mean? It's just going to make a big difference in your career, in your ability, in your confidence. Just seeing more things makes a huge difference, because I know so many of you struggle with this idea of confidence, right? You're just internally feeling like you don't belong, you don't fit, you have imposter syndrome.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Hey, thank you. Tier 3, let's go. I do mean that. I appreciate that. And you struggle with it, with imposter syndrome. You really do. And why do you struggle with it? It's not because if you measure your past, if you soberly measure your past, you've been given problem after problem since learning how to program, before knowing what an if statement is, to being able to solve data structures and algorithms. From there all the way through, you figured out.
Welcome to Costco.
Thank you. You figured out how to solve these things and successfully move forward, but you're not applying your track record to your life. You still feel like you hear things you don't understand, and it robs you of confidence. You don't even have a box to draw around the concept. And so expanding how many boxes you can draw.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Thank you, Servian. I really appreciate that side note. Like, it gives you, like, by expanding your box of confidence, you're able to draw more boxes out there. You're able to understand concepts, even if you can't program them, and you're able to talk about them, to reason about them. And that is such an important facet, is just seeing things. Seeing things gives you confidence for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. And you know what? If you have the opposite of imposter syndrome, honestly, that's better. I'd rather have you on the Dunning-Kruger side than have you on the imposter syndrome side.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I mean that, and I genuinely do mean that. I 100% mean that. If you're not on the Dunning-Kruger side, you're constantly questioning yourself, and often you're falling short of what you can do. If you're on the Dunning-Kruger side, I think I know more than I can, you're going to be constantly butting up against and going across the edge of what you know, because you're jumping into things you don't understand as well, but you believe in yourself you can actually do something with it. Please be on one side, not the other side. Even if you fail on one side, it is so much better failing than it is to never try. Every single day of the week. So there you go. Sorry, I got all into that. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but the name is the Primogen. I don't know if that'll do anything. I don't know if that will ever make it to YouTube, but it was just fun to do. Do you recommend subscribing to Friend Masters? There's a lot of content on there. If you find things that you really like, I think you should do it. But if, it's about what you're going to get out of it. I'm not just going to tell you to blindly do it, even though it personally benefits me. You don't have to do it, right? You should look at it and see if there's content you want. And if there's content you want, then you can do it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go back through these things. I got some thank yous to hand out. You know what I mean? Hey, Nix, I appreciate that. It was worth it. It's always worth it, baby. Always. Hey, Robin. Robin is a great guy. If you guys don't know Robin, he does do some streaming. I don't know if he does much more, but he's like Mr. Tailwind, right? I don't know if he's Mr. Tailwind. He was Mr. Tailwind, I thought. Maybe I'm completely mixing up my worlds. Sometimes I mix up my worlds and it just makes no sense. You know what I mean? I have completed the Rust book and created a few CLI apps. Oh, nice. You have. Okay. Is it the right time for me to create? Well, again, always expand yourself. Don't ask me for permission. It's always the right time. Fail. Again, fail. Streaming, what's that? Exactly. Fail. Just go fail. You fail 5 times, and on the 6th time, you'll be a winner. That's what makes winners winners, and that's what makes losers losers, is their refusal to failure, or when they fail once they give up. Don't be that
Welcome
person.
To
I mean
Costco.
it.
I love you.
Have you heard of the Knicks pack? Yeah, I've heard about it. I just don't have it. Hey, man, your video about ADHD really changed my view. Nice. Okay, good. Sorry. No, English is fine. Well, I hope that, I hope things go good. Sorry that it's really hard for me to read it all. Let me just keep going here. Hey, Kev, thank you very much for the community sub. Let's go. David. Oh, hey, David. Thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime. Dude, AIM, why are you doing this to me, AIM? You get me. This is like, I am getting, my cortisol is rising with Gael. Thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime. Chell, thank you again for that. Banana with sunglasses. Everyone loves a good old-fashioned banana with sunglasses community sub. Let's go. Ash Noir, thank you very much for that tier 3 again. I can't believe you do that, honestly. Far from it. Just funny to see the panic. Sorry. I appreciate it. It's been great. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, real talk, I really do. Your ADHD video also helped my son as he was diagnosed. Fuck. Dude, I can't even help it. And now he sees he can focus on something, not alone. Dude, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Dude. I love to hear that. Thank you very, very, honestly, thank you for putting that out there, because I know there's so many people that just feel like they're alone in these games, but here's the deal. Almost nothing you're experiencing, almost nothing you're doing.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Is completely unique, right? Other people are experiencing the same things you are. And, just even being honest with yourself, you're going to hear people talk about it. You know what I mean? And you're going to feel, okay, I'm not so alone. And it's really good. Hey, yo, Bob. Hey, Daddy, I love your content. Been following your YouTube channel. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mask. Serbian, my big penis gives me confidence. I know it does. It's so big. Started watching you a couple months ago. Quit gaming, switched to Linux and i3 and NeoVim. Then earlier this week, sold my gaming PC in order to Kinesis. Hopefully graduating at the end of this semester and excited for the future. This is great. Honestly, it's not that I'm saying don't play video games. Video games
Welcome
are great,
Costco.
but honestly,
I love you.
if video games are ruining your life, then they're not worth it. If they're hindering your life, they're not worth it, right? They're worth it if they're only a fun outlet. But if they're preventing you from succeeding, don't do it, right? Video games can 100%, yeah, they can. They absolutely can. You just got to know how to do it. AIM, again, thank you for those 20 gifted subs, scaring the shit out of me. Thank you for the 150 biddies. Let's go. And Kepper, let's go. And Emish again for the 20 gifted subs. What the hell's happening here? Igor Mendez, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime. Bofian, these nuts. Thank you, Domingo. Appreciate that. Shmesh, thank you very much. And the community subs by UC Europe. Thank you. Let's go. I left video games for a long time back. I love video games. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But I understand that my desire to play them constantly I always end up spending too much time doing it. And so I've just backed away from it.
I love you.
I go through seasons. I'll probably go through a season here again, probably in a year, is my guess, where I'm just going to probably play a bunch of video games. And I think that's okay to have seasons, right? It's just like going on vacation. Lying on the beach and doing nothing is great. Lying on the beach and doing nothing every day loses its greatness. Get your biddies out. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you. Wow, I didn't even realize. Just finished a honors thesis. And oh, nice. I don't think. I mean, you should do. Again, I can't answer these kind of questions. It's totally an individual sport there.
Welcome to Costco.
Oh, this took me almost no time. I don't know. My fingers got used to it really easy. Mochi-gasm, dude. Oh, baby, I love mochi-gasms. Nothing like it. Video games ruined many years of my life. It wasn't until I stepped away from them entirely and devoted myself to hard work and getting married helped in my life. Yeah, see, I mean, that's the hard part. Video games can be great, but they can also be really, really hard. And I'm not someone that I don't believe in black and whites almost exclusively. Oh my goodness, Freaky, let's go. Sub followed. Love it. Love to see it. Thank you. All right, hey, let's get started. We're going to get started. Do you recommend Rust for machine learning? No, I think Python's like the standard one. I would just use, oh my goodness.
Welcome
Dude,
to
Swedish
Costco.
Gay Robot, I gave you a
you.
shout out at the beginning of the stream. I was like, yo, guess what, everybody? Swedish Gay Robot just gave me a follow. Now look at this, tossing out the brand new tier 1, okay? Tossing it out. Get him out. Get him out.
Before the storm as the round
We don't want none of this.
Welcome to Costco.
So that's why you call yourself a robot, huh? Get him out. Get him out.
before the storm as the round
We don't want none of this. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, coding interview is becoming kind of an elimination test rather than a selection test.
Welcome to Costco.
That's why so many
I love
freshers
you.
doing leak code hard and disheartening themselves. What's your take? Oh, interesting. I don't think I have a take on that right
Welcome to
now. I'd have to
Costco.
think about that.
I
Oh
love
my
you.
goodness, multiple brand newers right
Welcome
here.
to Costco.
Pants, thank you, and
I
Dad's
love
Daddy. Ooh, ooh, thank you. Oh my goodness, another one. I have not had this. So we usually get a few new Twitch Primes per stream, but new tier 1s is like completely unusual.
Welcome to
Okay,
Costco.
guys, what the hell
I
is
love
this?
you.
This is too many. This is too many.
Welcome to Costco. I love
Eric
you.
the Mad, Romero Los,
Welcome to
Mammy
Costco.
Cookie, and
I
CDG
love
Game.
you.
Let's go. All right, hey, let's get started.
Welcome
We're going to
to
get started.
Costco.
Exo Dom,
I love
let's
you.
go. All right, people, we're going to do. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to
Shut
Costco.
up.
I love
You
you.
got. What is this?
Welcome
Dom,
to
thank you very
Costco.
much. And
I
BJ
love
Stabby,
you.
I can't. Aim.
Welcome to Costco.
Thank you for
I
the.
love you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
It turns out you're bad feelings in a good feeling.
Jafar June.
It's a night.
You should say thank you immediately. And Sean Lenz, let's go. Scene Lenz, let's go. Thank you.
It turns out you're
Say
bad
thank you.
feelings
Guys,
in a
honestly,
good
this is a
feeling.
great problem to have. I
It's a
genuinely
night.
appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for this. Dude, you don't know what it makes
Welcome
me feel
to
like.
Costco.
I've been doing this content
love you.
creation stuff for like 5 years.
Welcome to Costco.
The amount of just like,
I love you.
I mean, there's been a lot of mean messages. There's been a lot of shitty times. There's been a lot of late nights. There's been a lot of hard work. There's been a lot of me streaming in just the most shitty possible place.
Welcome
You guys
to
just don't know.
Costco.
I just
love
really
you.
want to say thank you. I really do want to say thank you. Serbian Dex, Big PP Serbian Dex, thank you very, very much. Jaguar, thank you very much. Jagger Kaz, thank you. Tox, what is that? Tox 5? Thanks, Tox 5. Appreciate that. Amzen, thank you, Amzen, for the brand new Twitch Prime. Dude, Siberian, you didn't have to do that, making me get all scared and stuff and shit. Thank you. Thank you, baby. All right, we're going to turn off alerts, okay? No one do anything. I'm going to get just no more. Just, you guys are too kind. AIM, Serbian, Lithium, where the hell are you? Thank you, Lithium Kirkwood. Sorry, I just turned off alerts. I appreciate it. We love you. I've only found you on Tuesday. Oh, man. I genuinely appreciate that. We're going to do this, okay? We're going to do this one. Seeing your stream growth ever since I joined is, yeah, dude, it has been crazy. Tina, you only joined like a half year ago. I don't know what's going on, but it's just been out of control. I am not even sure what the hell's happening. I know Theo's going to try to trigger me. Theo triggering. Dude. Okay, so okay, we're going to try this again. Marker. I am getting triggered. Is this better? Really? Can you not let me make a marker? What the hell is this? Marker. Theo triggering Prime. Oh my goodness, you are just such a son of a bitch. Can I just do a marker there? Oh my goodness. Twitch! No! This is how I keep track of my life. Oh my goodness, this is bullshit. This is bullshit! Oh my goodness, what do I do here? Oh my goodness, what do I do here? Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just do this, okay? Sorry, everybody. This is gonna be weird, okay? Hey, Flip, this is a marker right here. Look at this really sweet marker. We're doing a big marker here. I know. What is this? Is this kind of weird? This is kind of weird. Why would anyone do this? Why would they do it? Suck it, Twitch. Look at those khakis, okay? Those khakis are man khakis. All right, so this one is called Theo is triggering Prime, okay? All right, Here we go. Let's talk about typing speed with Theo. Now, I do want to give like a quick preface here. I'm going to do something unusual, okay? So normally what I do is I watch a video, and as we get to these different spots, I'll say something, I'll pause the video, and that's that. Due to this very triggering nature of this video, I'm going to let Theo make his complete argument, so therefore I don't argue against anything he changes his mind on or says it differently later on that helps me correct or understand it, okay? This is purely going to be me listening to just what Theo has to say for 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Hey, nice time on the video, by the way, Theo. That's really good. And that's it. And then afterwards, I'm going to give my my opinion on this because I have exceptionally strong opinions about this territory. Okay? Exceptionally strong opinions. And I want you to know that now. Okay? Okay? Okay.
Typing fast is fun. I have horrifyingly bad penmanship. I almost got held back in elementary school because
Okay, so I actually can't even make it through the video without saying something. I have very excellent penmanship. I take penmanship extremely seriously. Your writing is your perception to the outside world. And, you know, if someone sees your stuff and they go, wow, look at that crappy writing. No, I want when someone sees my writing, they say, wow, you know, he's a thorough person. He's always trying to be as good as possible.
of how bad my penmanship is. So my mom had me typing early. I was playing keyboard typing games when I was young.
I played this game all the time.
My mom showed me where to put my hands, like the first time I ever typed, and they kind of stayed there. The result was, I was always an okay typer. There were points where I could break 150. I think I even broke 160 a few times.
Saying you're an okay typer and also saying that, come on, Theo, come on. You know you're not an okay typer, okay? An okay typer is like 60 words a minute. A moderately fast, a statistically above average is 80. Okay? A banger is like 90. A blazingly fast is like 100.
But I never cared too much. It wasn't my focus. And honestly, one of the funniest moments for me is when I got my first MacBook and thought I was going to need my mechanical keyboard and miss it a bunch. And I started typing on my MacBook Air. It was slightly faster than I was on my fancy mechanical keyboard I had built myself. Broke my heart. Here we are to this day, the wireless Magic Keyboard, faster than I've ever been. I don't practice my typing. I honestly do most of my typing on my laptop on my couch. I don't do it sitting here at a desk. What I'm about to do right now is a typing test with a kind of jank stream ready setup that's going to have a bunch of latency, going for speed, which I haven't done in years, to see how we do. So let's see how fast I can go. You know, I don't have enough desk space to put my keyboard where I want it for this. God, the latency is killing me. So I'm not using my laptop screen because it's too dim. I'm using the mirror here, and there's a ton of latency whenever I make a mistake. It's going to drive me insane. Gotta try looking at the dark screen. That was awful. I would pause when I made a mistake, but like I peaked at 155. Fuck. God damn it. Restart doesn't do the same one. I hate this one. Meh. On the other one, if you hit replay, it will give you the same one. On quote, it doesn't like to do that. Somebody else pointed out the lag. Yeah, I definitely am feeling lag as I'm typing on this, and I didn't last time I tried. Y'all want to see me try on my desktop with my mechanical, see if I'm faster or not? Yeah, I hate typing on mechanicals now. I bombed that one. I hate this one. I hate mechanical keyboards. Wow, I see people in chat who are now trying on their MacBook keyboards and are surprised at how fast they go. Somebody broke 171 on their MacBook. That's nuts. Yeah, I can barely break 130 on a desktop keyboard.
I'm trying not to talk.
Mechanical.
I told you I'm not going to talk.
The point I'm here mostly to make is that your typing speed kind of stops mattering after a point. Even 100 words per minute, it basically stops mattering. After 80, you're going to type as fast as you can think. It's fun to do. It's fun to flex. Like, I'll sit here and make jokes about it, sure. But just because I can type faster than you doesn't mean I can code faster than you. In fact, those things have nothing to do with each other. If you're not quite at 80 yet, I'd put the effort in to get there. Make sure your hands are placed correctly on the keyboard and put a little bit of time into practicing. Once you're confidently at 80 plus, it really doesn't matter that much. Everyone should be able to type fast enough to not feel hampered by their keyboard, but nobody needs to type so fast they can type like beyond the speed of thought. Stop caring so much about your keyboard typing speeds. Focus more on your speed to deliver things after you've thought of them. Some of the best programmers I know are still peck typers. It really doesn't matter too much. Hope this was helpful. YouTube seems to think you're gonna like that video, so check it out if you haven't. And thanks Smooth Operator for making me wear a hoodie this whole video, because goddamn, I hate this. Typing fast.
Okay, so many thoughts there. First off, Theo, it kind of feels like you're ripping me off for the last couple weeks. I keep saying over and over again, 80 is kind of the minimum amount of typing speed. Theo, come on, where's that shout out, Theo? Come on, Theo! So I do completely agree with the take in the sense that becoming a good typer is a massively important thing you can do with your life. You spend an inordinate amount of time interacting with your keyboard. This is just very, very important. And you can even extend this notion into learning your editor really well is also very, very important. Being able to just bring up what you need when you need it as fast as possible with as minimal amount of thought, even if it takes an investment to begin with, is a really good thing to do. I am completely and will forever always be on this team. It's just how I operate. That's just, I don't get it, right? Because even if you're not coding, so let's just set the coding aside. You're sending Slack messages, you're sending emails, you're responding to things, you're jumping on Twitter, you're responding in Discord, you're doing a bunch of other ancillary tasks that all interact with your keyboard. Now, if you're slow on those things, damn it, why is this thing so loud? Shut up. All right, sorry, cut that out. But if you're slow, all of those other things are just going to add time. And second off, if you don't know how to type without looking, when you're programming, you have to do two things. You have to think of the task at hand. Well, actually, you have to do three things. You're thinking of the task at hand. You're having like your current little RAM being occupied by the exact thing you're typing. And then you're also double checking by looking from your keyboard back to your screen if you're even typing it correctly. Now, those are all things that obviously Copilot helps a whole bunch. Good LSPs help a whole bunch where you don't need as good of typing as, say, you once did. But nonetheless, you're still going to need it always. Like, it's always going to be a part of there, at least anytime in the near future. Now, the distant future, 20 years from now, I can't tell you what life's going to be like. But I can tell you right now, it's just completely nuts. Anyone that argues the difference. And you see this all the time. I've gotten roasted on TikTok more than anything else with people telling people that I'm completely wrong, saying typing fast is a good thing, that you just think most of the time. Well, let me tell you this. Let me just do a little side story here. Let's just think about it in this kind of perspective. If you were to go and just try out a coding idea, you've been stuck on this problem for a while. Me personally, I explore with my hands. You know what I mean? I go out there, I have an idea, I sit there, and I put all my effort into it, and I go and I try out an idea. And I just did this yesterday. I tried out an idea. It was about 200 lines of code in Rust. I typed it all out, got all the way through it, got done, and then I go, okay, let's try a different idea. Coded out a second idea. That one was about 350 lines of Rust. Got them both out yesterday. And I chose one over the other because I took what I learned from the first one, things I did and didn't like about it, and rebuilt it into something better. And guess what? It made a massive difference. The fact that I could go and explore these things. It wasn't just that I theoretically put it upstairs. I put it on paper and started typing it out and became good at the thing, and then was able to go, okay, yeah, no, I hate that, I love this, and able to redo it again. Two different prototypes solving the same problem and coming off like with completely different results. And guess what? The speed I could type allowed me to get through both of these examples within like a half an hour. Where if I was just constantly looking up, that would have been like a 2-hour adventure. I still remember when I changed from QWERTY to Dvorak, there was about a month and a half that I only typed 50 words a minute. And it was super painful because I knew what fast was. I was always typing 120, 130 in QWERTY. Well, QWERTY is actually the fastest. I was about 140, 150 in QWERTY. And then I was all the way down to 50 for like a month and a half. Well, actually, I was at 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. And it took me about a year to get back up to 100. And so during that entire year, I felt what is the cost of typing slow versus the cost of typing fast. Not many people have gotten that advantage to be able to go from fast to slow to fast again and to understand the difference. And honestly, it was a huge productivity hit. Yeah, I couldn't type as fast. I couldn't, I had the backspace more. I had more errors. Things were just so damn slow. And that taught me a very important lesson. This was about 7 years ago now at this point, that typing speed does matter because it's this up here that really matters. What's up here needs to get out, and it gets out by your fingies. And if you can't get it out fast, you spend more time in the process of getting your thoughts out than simply exploring if your thoughts are correct. Now, I personally am never going to be a person that can just think of a solution to a problem, a big problem, first try right away. It's going to take me several iterations. It's just who I am, right? It's just who I am, and I have this strong feeling it's how most of you are. I think there's very few people that can once good design every single time. I just doubt it. I just doubt it thoroughly. Okay? Hey, guess what? Thank you for watching that. Overall, I think Theo did a good job. I agreed with most of his points. Also, monkey type. Hey, side note on monkey type. The reason why monkey type is not representative of typing speed, it's just thorough nonsense, right? The erroring is really goofy. The spacing is goofy. There's weird lag spikes that happen every now and then. There's like a lot of things that are very weird about monkey type. And of course, absolutely, hands down, you're going to get goofy results. You're not going to be as fast. So if you're 80 or 90 on monkey type, you're probably more like 90 to 100 typing what you actually like. You know what I mean? Like typing what's up here, down here. So, okay, that's it. Hey, I love this keyboard. I know I can't type as fast. I agree with Theo also. I can't type as fast on this keyboard as I can on a Mac. Because you know why? The key action's like this big. It makes it super easy to bounce off of, right? You can just go super, super fast. But I don't type on one of those small keyboards because if I start doing that, within 1 week, I actually have tremendous pain down the side of my arm, right? And so I had to back away. I learned Dvorak such that I could reduce my pain. And then after learning Dvorak, I still had pain, but it was greatly reduced. And then that's why I got this keyboard. Gosh, 8 years ago, it was a version of this keyboard. And then after about 4 years, this keyboard company started sending me keyboards because they're like, you're really fast at using them. I was like, hell yeah, brother. So I love them. So I got them long before it has ever sponsored anything, just in case anyone's wondering. Somehow that happened. I don't know. Hey, the name is the Primogen. You guys like that one? I like that one. That was pretty good. I don't know. It's just how I felt. Like I wanted to give an honest take there. I honestly thought I was going to hate Theo's take. Real talk. I thought I was going to hate it. I'm your favorite VTuber. Of course I am. Do you not like these pixels? Aren't we all just pixels in the end? You know what? I just real talk. I honestly thought I was going to hate this video. And it was, to me, this was a very good, well-rounded video on typing. Learn to type. It's the craziest thing. You could watch this. I can go on here and just be like, as a programmer, you should learn how to type properly. There's going to be more prefaces on this. People are going to be upset about it. I'm going to get at least 10 comments telling me why this actually doesn't matter. Because it always is. It's just the craziest thing. I can't believe people make that argument. Like, you literally are going to tell me you use something your every day, all day, and your argument is, you don't need to do that.
Welcome to
We
Costco.
don't need to be a typist, Prime. You type a lot for not wanting to be a typist. I don't even know there was an issue. Dude, neither did I. I only discovered last year that people held a different view of the world on that. Thoughts on self-hosting? Oh, I think I mean, you can do it for fun, but it's just crazy. Did I see, Splippity? I thought it was Slippy. I thought I saw a Slippy in there.
It turns all your bad
Hate Slippy.
feelings into
F
good
Slippy.
feelings.
F Slippy, okay? No one likes Slippy. Me and all my friends hate Slippy, okay? All right, hold on. Where did we go to? Okay, Sean Lenz. Okay, talks. Yep, yeah. Siberian Dex. Again, thank you. Hey, Kirkwood, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Gabriel F, let's go. Thank you for those biddies.
Welcome to
David
Costco.
Bouchamp. Okay, we're going to do some more. I have some good stuff coming up. I have some really good stuff coming up. Hold on. I've already saved them right here. David Bouchamp, thank you very, very much. Let's
Welcome
go.
to
Colonel
Costco.
Sandwich.
I love you.
My name's Colonel Sandwich. Thank you very much. Bro, I switched from split keyboard. I typed for a day like 25. Almost got fired myself. Really? Almost got fired myself. Really? Yeah, I learned how. Ravenhawk, thanks for all the content. And Coach, hey, no problem, buddy. I appreciate that. Armor, welcome. Where can I learn to type fast? Just go on a typing website and stop looking at your hand. It's that easy. Stop looking at your hand. Work through it for like 2 hours, and then your life will magically get better. It's just like in fact, yesterday I told my kids if they can cross 50 words per minute, I'll give them $500 by the end of the summer because I want my kids to know how to type, right? Primogen, best site to learn as a very slow typer. Just honestly pick any learning site. Damn it, Panda Coder. Damn it. I mean, thank you. Damn it, thank yous. Just want to say thank you. I got a great article coming up. So hold on. Just hold on to your pants. We got something really good. I'm very excited about this one. Fruit Dude 222, thank you very much. Let's go. Memer. Hey, thank you very much. Possible. Let's see. Posted my first vid today. Possible to react. What's it about? What's it about?
Welcome to Costco.
Whisper, say it right here.
I
What's it
love
about? Panda Coder, again, thank you for those 20 gifted subs. I do genuinely appreciate that. Now that you've thanked me, I'm going to let you down by telling you I'm an Arch user. You're not letting me down. You're just letting your kids let you down. What about the borrow checker? Is it like a technical video? Because I don't really do like pure technical videos. I try to do more like opinion pieces type stuff. Is it what is it about? It's a 1 minute. Feel free to. Oh, it's only 1 minute. Okay, link it. Link it. Link it. Link it. Link it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Link it. Make it happen. Make it happen. We'll do it. It's 1 minute long. We'll do it for you, okay? We'll do it for you, okay? Here, we're going to do this for you. Look at that. You only got 11 subscribers. I'm going to make that 12, okay? We're going to make that 12 right there. Can I marker? Marker. Borrow checker. I still can't do it. Ah, it's a marker. Hey, everybody, it's a marker. Look at me. I'm a marker. I'm a marker. These kids, no respect. This video will decide if he's going to get banned or not. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if this video sucks, you are getting banned. I hope you know that.
This is programming concepts in 60 seconds or less. The
Okay.
Rust borrow checker. There are many people who do not understand
What?
the concept of the Rust borrow checker yet. But you see, it's not
Okay.
that hard. When writing Rust, you
Hey,
should
that's
imagine
me.
yourself like a loan shark, giving out these loans called variables to each function here and there. But there are some rules to this loan giving. Rule number 1. You must ensure the borrower isn't going to run away with the variable and use it in a way that could cause problems. Rule
This is really filled with, this is the most meme per second video, okay? You are thoroughly destroying Fireship. How did you fit these all in here? How did you fit them all in here? Okay, rule number 1. Okay, rule number 2.
You can choose to play with loans in normal language mode by simply adding the word mutt in front of it.
Oh, you! Come on, you! Okay, who's banning him? Who wants to ban him? After that, you better say you're sorry right now. No one calls. Okay, mutt. Mute. Okay? I'm sorry. You should be sorry. I'm glad you're saying sorry live.
This allows the borrower to play with the loan. Rule number 3. When one borrower is trying to do something with the loan, another borrower must not mutate the same loan. And final rule number 4. There are bad loans. Do not give out loans to your relatives. Those usually never come back. Well, that was programming concepts in 60 seconds or less. I do not understand the Rust borrow checker, and now neither do you.
I don't even get it at all. Oh no! What was this? Oh my goodness, what the hell just happened there? Oh, I liked that video. That video was really good. No. Oh man, this is this video doing some numbers for you right now? We're doing good. Average boomer CTOs in the tech. Please watch this. It's hilarious. Hey, get out of here. I can potentially put this on the list. It looks crappy. I'm gonna go put it in the Discord. Go put that in the Discord. Hey, my memeing man. I appreciate that video. That video was actually excellent. I'm shocked at how good it was. This was really, really good. Thank you very, very much. Honestly, this was a great video. The name is The Prevention. And now I'm going to play it on my channel. Suck it! Bam! I'm going to get in so much trouble. I don't know what it is. A pair of khaki pants just makes me want to say suck it all the time. I don't know what it is. It's the khaki pants, okay? It's the khaki pants. content. Yoink. Twitch police here. Okay, hold on. There was a as a Twitch streamer and Netflix engineer, by the way, I need the most absurdly overpowered tools for my home defense setup. That's why I got my trusty Rust and Odin Lang programming languages locked and loaded. Picture this: 4 intruders bust into my fortress of coditude. As I furiously reach for my Vim shortcuts on my Kinesis Advantage keyboard, ergonomics baby 360, yeah, use code PRIME360 at checkout. I quickly assess the situation. Armed with Harpoon and ChatGPT, I am the doctor of programming. Oh gosh, don't do it. Tweet the link to the vid. Here's the deal. Well, it's gonna be the original will be in the other vid. If you tweet it, I'll retweet you. Now that we have this going on, whatever this is, whatever that is, don't worry. Trust me, it's much better. I'm rewatching my own vid. Trust me, it's much better to have me put it in the YouTube than tweet it. The YouTube tweets don't go very far. What the hell am I gonna do with all this text? This makes sense. Yeah, you wanted the video. Like, what's his name? That Mix Morris. He got 5,000 subs, I think, the day that I released the little video. Hold on, watch it. Look at that. So I know watching people's videos actually helps other people. Because I've been trying to keep track of this, like, because I don't want to be a bad guy that's just hurting them, right? But you want to guess which day I released a video of me reacting to him? Probably not here. Probably not here. Probably not there. Probably not there. Oh, hey, that's pretty nice. Right? Hey, that seems faster than normal. Right? I don't know. I think that's good. Right? Like, I think it's a good thing. That's why I don't feel necessarily all that bad about it. You know, like, some people are like, how could you do this? It's so bad. But it's just like, you know, it also really makes a lot of people's days. I don't know. I don't have any problems with it. I'm sorry in advance. No problem. Hey, Aim, you don't have to be sorry. I have really appreciated everything you've done, so thank you very much. All right. Let's find our next thing. Here we go. All right. We're going to do this. Did you read my funny Rust version announcement in the funny day? Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. I fell in love with the fact that you're always trying to find the best solution and not just hyped and fanboy. I really do. I am not a fanboy of almost anything. The thing that I've actually finally started fanboying over is the fact, like Terso, I really like the database. I really hate managing my own databases, and this feels like a great solution. Aspen Gold proves it gives content creators reach, if anything. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a mean guy. I really am not. I've caught some flack for doing it, but I also am reading articles, all that kind of stuff. This one, though, that we're about to do right here is probably not going to go the way, in the nice way. Because we're gonna read this one. Modern IDEs are magic. Why are so many coders still using Vim and Emacs? How do you like that one? What? You're right. Yeah. You guys excited? I wouldn't say magic at all. Are you guys excited? Look at this. It's already starting to grow. There's gonna be some spicy hot, is 8 minutes ago, and people are gonna be pissed at this one, okay? I've done something, okay? I've made people upset. He's just trying to be a rage baiter. No, I'm actually just giving you good ass advice. All right, here we go. Typism is real. Yeah, I know. Microsoft magic. All right. Can't even double click in Vim. It's a piece of shit. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for this one? I think this one's gonna be good. I'm going to turn off alerts. Because we're reading, I'm going to turn on a little song because it doesn't make it in the YouTube video. And then I'll turn it down so you can hear me nicely. But, you know, give you guys something to listen to while we jam on. I think there's one I really like. Yeah, I like this one a lot. All right, here we go. Do you believe in the magic? I absolutely do. Okay, now remember, have you forgotten we are in a very important part of life right now, which is that markers don't work on Twitch. Marker. IDEs are magic. It doesn't work. So I'm going to have to do something, okay? Hey! This is a marker for me in the future to look at. Just look for the big green screen and then stop at the green screen so I can see the video. And I got to make it long enough so that as I scroll, I can see it. Definitely don't look like a jackass right now. Thanks, Twitch! Marker moment, I know. All right, here we go. The overflow. Modern IDEs are magic. Why are so many coders still using Vim and Emacs? Okay. I'm curious. Why are people using Vim and Emacs? Honestly, why? Anyone in chat right now, tell me, why would you use Vim or Emacs right now? I mean, not Emacs, Vim. Obviously Vim, not Emacs. No one actually uses Emacs. Why? Anyone? Give me one good reason. Oh, less bloat, to flex, it's fun, faster, performance. I feel like a god. Speed, blazingly fast, convenience. Magic is not real. To feel superior, probably the best reason, honestly. But really, real talk, guys. No one said the right reason. Well, one of you hinted less mouse. Oh, I love that. Buffers, hell yeah. But real talk, you guys are missing one of the most important parts of the whole thing. It's so that you can tweet about it. Okay, you guys didn't even say that. I use NeoVim, by the way. See, like that's all you got to do. Hit that. Hit him with the G. Boom. Let's go. Jump back in. Give him the old duck, go. And there we go. Now that we've done that, let's go back over here and let's make it big, boys. See, that's what you get. Carpal tunnel. You use it for carpal tunnel. Increase. I use Arch, by the way. Beastco uses Arch, by the way. All right, here we go. Oh, man. All right, John Biggs and Ryan Donovan. I hope that you guys wrote something lovely. Let's find out. The endless war between Vim and Emacs users has continued ad nauseum over the years. It's less a war at this point than a grumbling shuffle of ingrained habit and stubborn resistance to change. How do you really feel? How do you really feel, John Biggs and Ryan Donovan? But I'm glad we're starting off on an insult. Nothing makes me want to read an article more than get it started off on an insult. Okay, here, developers are a finicky bunch. Are we? I think we're no different than anybody else. Like a dog refusing to walk on wet grass. What? I don't even get what? There are always seem to be a bit of resistance to changing up routine. Have you not been on Twitter ever? Oh my goodness. Days since a last JavaScript framework. Last time I checked, developers love to change, okay? What the hell are you even talking about? Anything that's a year old is disgusting, okay? Disgusting. All right. We love what we grew up with, be it Star Trek jokes, Vim, or Emacs. The origins of this war, harken back to the Usenet groups in the 1980s, a time when Vi and Emacs were primary tools for coding. Emacs, as we all know, is a maze of twisty little passages, all different. An old programmer's joke that came from the colossal cave adventure. While Vim, and Vi before, offer an arrow-controlled universe of keyboard shortcuts. Does anyone want to tell him? Does anybody want to tell him? Or tell them, technically. There's two dudes on this one. Two dudes, one bad take. Yeah, I hate to break this to you. It's actually antithetical to Vim's idea to use arrow. I don't want to be a jerk or anything. I'm just saying your characterization exposes potential ignorance to the situation, okay? Potential. Both are used in coding, editing, and administering systems, and though we hate to say it, both have reached a point where neither seems to really want to fade off into the sunset. I think they honestly want to fight. They just want to fight me right now. They literally, they're fist fighting me right now. They're fist fighting me. The endless war between Vim and Emacs users has continued ad nauseum over the years. It's less a war at this point than grumblings. Okay, this is just, this is the highlight. Oh, That's the highlight. That's the takeaway. You guys want to see a takeaway for the article? This is the takeaway. This is the takeaway. No, this is actually before ChatGPT. Look at this. This is a couple years ago. This is before ChatGPT. This is long before ChatGPT. Anywho, Vim and Emacs users, once at each other's throats, seem to have implemented each other's key bindings, a thing they actually do, to take on a common enemy, any modern IDE. Quick question. I don't remember Vim taking on Emacs shortcuts. Okay, Emacs bindings aren't necessarily known for being great. Oh, I know people love them. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But people love a lot of stupid things, okay? All right, Vim, the high available IDE. It's actually not an IDE, so this is two. We have two mischaracterizations of Vim so far, and we're barely into the article. The consensus among many Vim and Emacs users creates a picture of many tech users from a certain generation. Oh, no. In other words, not only are they flexing their ability to be a bit ignorant in topics and typing about it, they're also apparently a bit ageist along with everything. Yeah, what's that certain generation again? Well, I'm a millennial. I love it. Zoomers love the shit out of NeoVim. And boomers love NeoVim. Yeah, it kind of seems like pretty much, but how much do you want to bet these are Generation Xers? They look like Generation Xers, okay? They look like Generation Xers. Generation X, you can always tell you're Generation X by having a serious profile picture, okay? Boomers, it's always like them with their kids, right? I love my kids. Millennials are always stupid pictures. Zoomers are always like cameras over their face pictures, right? You can just tell. You can just tell right away. As my father would attest, using his Microsoft Zune long after its support ran out. If it ain't broke. Okay, so Vim is like a Zune. A failed product in which nobody cared about almost immediately before it launched. Okay, while there are many IDEs on the market, there's no reason to use one if you don't have to use one. It's the same reason I'm still using Notepad to compose and not some fancy text editor or CMS tool. It just works. No, it doesn't just work. Notepad is actually demonstrably terrible. Okay, I can't wait for this quote. Okay, here we go. The reason I avoided IDEs to begin with was that back when I was getting into Vim, like a decade ago, it was an extra license to look into. Says Vim user John Carter. You know, I don't want to say anything mean about John, but I do love the fact that they just tossed in some person. Since then, it's become a question of code speed. If I start with a new IDE or even switch to something like Emacs, I'll slow down. On an emotional and professional level, I can't really afford that. It takes energy to pivot to a new editor, and I don't have that energy. I got the job, a family, and side projects. It seems silly, but that kind of pivot takes energy. I mean, he's absolutely right. It does take energy, but it takes more than just energy. It takes a lot more than just energy. I used VS Code for a week on stream and full-time at my job, just like a couple weeks ago, just to try to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything. I know. Yes, dude, this is the best part. Saying people are stubborn and then claims he uses Notepad. Okay. Vim is always available. Any Linux machine has it. Vim has a small footprint, low latency, fast startups, allows for more screen space, customizable, and most importantly, once the muscle memory has been ingrained, it's nearly impossible to switch to something else. Oh, it's definitely not like it's definitely not like there's like say VS or Vim plugins for any other anything. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the reason why. Because this damn muscle memory for Vim motions, they got them. That's how you get them. Carter continues Carter. Our fingers are often the bottleneck between thinking up code and getting it in the app. So that's what folks look to optimize shortcuts. Yeah, great take, Carter. Carter, great take. I'm more often constrained not by thought but by typing speed. Take Adam. Let's see, what year was this article written in? Oh, it actually doesn't matter. Adam was historically and continues to be a editor. Yeah. Actually, but to be fair, Adam did invent tree sitter, the greatest syntax highlighting thing ever of all time. Take Adam, one of the more popular IDEs and editors. Actually, no, it was never popular. Okay, it fell below VS Code. It fell below IntelliJ. And IntelliJ also comes in many flavors. And it even probably fell below Eclipse. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Exceptionally popular editor. Adam is a free open source text editor that bills itself as being hackable to the core. It's just a less hackable version than Vim. That's all it is. Allowing for multiple customizations. It has cross-platform editing, 4 UIs, 8 syntax themes, and integrates with HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and Node.js. You can always tell people's experience in what they're writing by the languages they cite. My guess, so now, okay, I'm getting a little too judgy. Maybe I'm getting a little too judgy at this point, but it feels like this person hasn't explored the space of programming languages, okay? Most importantly, for users who didn't start coding in the last 5 years, there's a Vim mode package. All right, quick question, chat. Type 1 in the chat if you started in the last 5 years and you do Vim shortcuts. Start in the last 5 years and you use Vim shortcuts. Ah, that's weird. There's a lot of ones there. What do you mean, guys? You shouldn't have done that. What are you guys doing? Why would you guys ever do that? You shouldn't have done that. Why would you ever do that? Zoomer viewers, I know. What are all these Zoomers in the chat? This has led users to literally turn Adam into Vim, unable to let go of the past, unwilling to fully embrace the future of code editing. Yes. Nothing is greater. Nothing is greater than time. Okay, nothing is better than time. Can we all agree that sometimes all nature is art, but unto thee? How does that quote go? All nature is but art unknown to thee. All something chance which thou cannot see. There we go. All nature is but art unknown to thee. All chance direction which thou cannot see. This quote is being fulfilled as we speak. Hey, everybody, what happened to Adam between when this article was written and now? Oh, yeah. It's gone. What happened to NeoVim? Oh, yeah. It's grown exponentially. I forgot. How'd that happen? All these damn boomers. All damn boomers out there keep using them Vims. Dude, this is hilarious. Time is the greatest. Time is sometimes the most hilarious maker of irony. Most IDEs create an entire worlds where developers can create. But creating requires configuration. It takes time to adjust to that world, to play God. Okay, we're just coding, man. We're literally just coding, bro. To create shortcuts and hotkeys to get used in different command structures and UI, while a coder could sit down at any terminal and begin working in Vim. That isn't true for any IDE. Further, IDEs are often too much tool for the job. Beginning programmers are better served by simple text editors versus massive programming behemoths. This guy was on an all-time Ritalin high. He might be. There's actually 2 of them. So my guess is they are co-snorting Ritalin in some sort of co-snorting Ritalin all-time high state. As coders' careers evolve less through their expertise than who is signing their paychecks, there is always a constant code editor available to them regardless of which IDE the company prefers. It could be seen as an act of willful defiance or just personal preference, but text editors are always there. Okay. Primarily, it's about ubiquity, says BSD runner Tim Chase. What's a BSD runner? Oh, is it somebody that actually specializes in BSD? Or is this just somebody who happens to have this as is this like the I use Arch, by the way? Or is this somebody who actually uses it? BSD's nuts. I can sit down in any Unix-like terminal, Linux, BSD, Solaris, whatever, and type vi or ed. Okay, that's a little ridiculous. And have a powerful editor that works even if my terminal isn't configured quite right, and sending certain keys or key combos without needing to install anything. Yeah, this is actually really important if you ever have to do server work. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to launch up my server and install VS Code. Familiarity and comfortable. Okay, hold on, I don't like this song. We're gonna fast forward. I like this song right here, though. Wait, no, I don't like this. Oh, I do like this song. I gotta turn it back. There we go. Let's see. This type of comfort that has kept whatever perceived war between those still using Vim or Emacs and prospect of using IDEs go for as long as it has. It's mental mom spaghetti, or insert whatever comfort food here. So whenever I hear mom spaghetti, I don't think comfort food. You know what I mean? Okay, mom spaghetti, say about a decade ago, lost the idea of comfort food. Actually, about 2 decades ago. I think vomit. Yeah, I think Eminem ruined it in his exceptionally popular movie in what, 2005? Meme misuse. I know. This is just like full flagrant meme misuse. Vim and Emacs are always there for you. Cozy, calm, vomiting, and willing. I never like this. Something about this phrase irks me a little bit. I don't like calling things willing. There's just some weird air about that word that just seems a little weird. Like, I don't like using that word, okay? Oh yeah, it's willing. It's just like, dude, stop it. You're using a text editor. Stop it. Stop saying it like that. That's gross. Stop it. Oh baby, this is the most willing editor I've ever used. Oh yeah. You're like, dude, you're sweating. Stop it. While an IDE is some weird new food with all kinds of exotic ingredients that require tenacious and irrational picking with the fork to get it just the way you want it. No, that's literally Vim. This is literally Vim. This is literally Vim. What is this guy smoking? Goodness gracious. The disconnect is apparent, and at this point, understandable. It's the opposite. You get an IDE because you don't want to know how shit works. You don't... Right? It just works. You just press go. You press download, analyzer. Rust, analyze me, daddy. And then it goes and it makes it happen. And you don't know how LSPs work or what the hell LSP is. That's why every single time you hear someone talk about VS Code, they're like, oh yeah, well, VS Code autocompletes. And then you have to go like this. Whoa, actually, hold on there, fellow. Okay, hey, take a seat, baby. Just take a seat for a second. And then you have to explain to them, actually, it's not your VS Code instance that is doing the autocomplete. It's actually, it has a client on it that does JSON communication to something called an LSP or an LS, a language server, and it uses the LSP, language server protocol, to communicate betwixt the two, and that's how it actually understands what it should be auto-completing with. Okay, and thank you. Right? Like, you don't even know what you're using. The disconnect is apparent. Absolutely, and at this point, understandable. I agree with this statement. And there is some shiver of recognition among developers, though, that perhaps switching to a full IDE is not as unbearable as it sounds. There is a resignation in finally realizing that in order to do the job, you use the tools available to do the job, no matter what the tools may be. And I also think it's a sliver of recognition. A shiver of recognition. I'm not really sure what that means. All right, Tom Hanks. I say whatever helps you get the job done, use that, says Tom Hanks. Sometimes the more modern IDEs can get in the way, and other times they're indispensable. Visual Studio, for example, has massive performance issues when there's too many files associated with the project. The entire application becomes very sluggish. A few years ago, when I used PyCharm for Python development, it would sometimes become confused and give bad feedback on its syntax analysis. Basically, it was making you think you had more mistakes than in fact it was fine. What is the point you're trying to make here? Okay, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. That said, if you're new to programming, a modern IDE could be helpful with code completion, Git control, and even automatic development systems. What the hell's an automatic development system? Can someone tell me what an ADS is? I need to know what an ADS is, okay? Because, okay, so help me with this. Okay, so code completion. What the hell's code completion? Is, by any chance, is code completion this thing where if I go up here and I type the word init and it shows me all of this, is this code completion? Or is the Copilot? Is Copilot code completion? I don't know. Sorry, I just use NeoVim. I don't know what these features are. And obviously, if I had Git integration, right? Like if I was able to see the different changes in what's going on with Git, maybe I'd understand what the hell a Git integration is, but I don't. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna commit this really quickly. Committing my code. There we go, just in case. Okay, actually, I want to push that up to the origin really quickly. I don't want to lose any work, while in Vim or anything like that. Let me just do that. Okay. Anyways, if I could have those things, automatic deployment systems. Oh, okay. I thought I said development. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. Whatever. I don't know what an ADS is. Can someone explain? Can someone mansplain to me what the hell an ADS is? Can someone mansplain this immediately to me? Finally got to the streams. Yeah, thank you. Push it to Git. It auto deploys. Yeah. Who deploys from their? Can someone raise their hand? Who deploys from their IDE? Aim down sights. Oh, that makes sense. I know how to aim down sights. Does anybody deploy from your IDE? Press 1 in the chat if you deploy from your IDE. Press 1 in the chat if you do. From your IDE, you deploy from your IDE. Okay, I see a couple ones in there. Can you please give me your boss's phone number? I'm going to call him and get you fired. Deploying from your IDE. Send that shit through CI/CD, people. Get the hell out of here, okay? Don't trust your system to run tests. Don't trust your system to do the right thing, okay? You always distrust yourself at oh, you're the boss. Okay, well, that's reasonable. Now, can I give you a call, baby? Maybe we can go out to dinner now and can discuss finer points of stop deploying from your IDE! Modern IDEs are Swiss Army knife of features. Yeah, so is Vim. And like most Swiss Army knives, you don't have to use all the features to find them useful, especially if you're just starting out. Many of us won't use, say, the hole punch or the toothpick, but it's nice to know that it's there. Whatever war might be raging behind the scenes of coders between Vim, Emacs, and IDEs, it doesn't really matter. Vim and Emacs aren't going anywhere anytime soon, no matter their antiquated status in modern development environments. Really? Which part is antiquated, may I ask? Which part? Was it my Copilot or was it my LSPs? I couldn't remember. I could not remember which one was antiquated. IDEs keep improving, keep launching it. Okay, yeah, launching is not really that great. And served an ever-growing segment of young developers. Oh, there's that ageism coming in again. It's certain generation and young developers who were never forced to thrive in a Vim or Emacs environment. Neither was I. When I went to school, I thought people who used Vim were stupid. I still remember Randall, my classmate. We did all of our homework together because he was smart and I was smart, and it was great to have someone that wanted to try. But he did everything in Vim, and I thought he was stupid. I'm over there literally being this guy in NetBeans, being like, oh, what kind of jackass develops in Vim? Oh my goodness, look at this jackass. I'm using NetBeans because I'm a fucking god. I'm just out here playing God among my created world. That's how I imagine this person talks in real life, okay? He talks like Brian Regan getting angry. The best advice to anyone struggling with choosing a preferred program is just to use the tools available to get the job done. Or, as the popular 20th century poets TLC so deftly declared, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the Vims and Emacs you're used to. I think my favorite part about this article is that it's by Stack Overflow, a website in which every developer hates, unless if you're the person going on there answering questions getting gold medals. I don't know. Seems a little strange. Not wrong. Hey, guess what? I appreciate you listening to this, so hit the like and sub button. The name is the Primeagen. I'm all hot and bothered now. I'm so hot and bothered. I am like sweating in anger right now. This has been an emotionally painful episode of the Prime Timeogen. Okay. I gotta pee. Gunshots, let's go. There's no more gunshots, people. There's no more gunshots. Here, let me enable alerts for a second, and then I will do we'll do another one. I have some more. Don't worry, I have some more good ones coming up.
Welcome to Costco.
TLDR, just pick what you want. I don't think that's a good answer.
Costco.
Okay,
I love you.
here's my real take.
Welcome to
You should
Costco.
learn how to do Vim
I love
motions.
you.
It works in every single editor you'll ever come
Welcome
across.
to Costco.
Ever.
I love you.
It is hyper efficient for editing code. Editing code speed matters. The end. There you go. It works in every single, like, I'm not saying use Vim. You don't have to use Vim. You don't have to use Vim. Learn Vim motions. Okay? Learn Vim motions. That's it. IntelliJ, that's where I started learning. Did I miss the reaction to Rich Harris? No, you haven't. I haven't even started the Rich Harris one. I'm convinced now. I'm going to download VS Code now. Best article I've ever read. Yeah. Do you use the right eye motion a lot in Vim? I don't use eye. You talk about.
Welcome to Costco.
We were talking
I
about
love you.
whoopsies. You're talking about doing something like this, like big eye, right here. I don't know why that didn't scare me. I have become. I feel. Am I becoming immune to it? Have you guys literally beat me into submission? Have you guys literally shot me into being like, bang? That's not a problem at all. That's not a problem at all. I'm immune now. That was like one of the first times I've not become scared at all. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with my heart? Am I this person now? Is this my life? Eats Indigo. Eats Indigo. Eats Inigo. Montoya. You killed my father. Now prepare to die. Hey, thank you, Goblin Mode, dude. I turn into Goblin Mode every now and then. Thank you, Eats and Goblin Mode. How you doing? Lion, hope everyone is having a great day. Dude, Lion, we're actually having a good day today. We're having a great day. I have another really good article coming up. I have a question. Let's see, I can type around this. That's great. But I realize I have a hard time hitting the letter P with my right pinky finger. Is something should I focus on improving? You can. I mean, you can learn how to do it. You might need just like a slightly like columnar layout keyboard can really help just because it slightly spreads out your fingers a little bit more. It could be more helpful, right? Can't stop typing. I just downloaded VS Code and telling me I am running out of memory. Yeah, it happens. It happens. We run out of memory. Unicorn, thank you very much. Unicorn92, pain. Pure pain, people. That last article we read was nothing. Nothing but pain, okay? Look at this. By the way, I like this brand new emote that we got. Nothing but pain. Hey, Aaron, thank you very much. Prime for my Prime Daddy. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that, baby. Dante. Let's go. 9 minutes. Brand new Twitch, dude. So many brand new Twitch Primes again. Every single day, it feels like a bunch of brand new Twitch Primes. Thank you. Hydro Mel, 2008. Are you really born in 2008? Are you 15 effing years old? Speak up right now, Mel. Mel, where the hell are you?
Give me the meat.
Are you that aged?
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Chef staffs.
Welcome to
Second month
Costco.
hating JS. Yeah, we're all there. Here's the deal. Everyone hates JS. Okay, you know what? There's all these people that claim they love it. They actually hate it. It's just the language they're used to. So that's what you get. Why does this look like Prime Screaming? Because it is. Hey, thank you, Kenyan Jesus. How you doing? Skip Tracer, let's go. Brand new Twitch Prime, let's go. The Dev Cactus. Ooh, I want to rub myself on you. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Everyone hates JavaScript. It's okay to hate it, right? But Clement said it was God tier. What do you think about Helix? Helix, the problem with it is it's just shortcuts you can't really use elsewhere, right? I'm just not a believer. The only reason why I continue to use Vim motions is because of how useful they are everywhere, right? And that's kind of my whole reason. Panda Coder, thanks for the 9 gifted subs. I appreciate that. That's 29 for the day. I'm keeping track, buddy. Thank you. Data Gangster, let's go. Brand new Prime. Lose Theranin. The Dragon himself, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime. Let's go. Panda's sub numbers. Also, I appreciate Inigo Montoya quote. Hey, no problem. I really was excited about doing that, okay? Emir, afternoon Prime. Microsoft, yep, I'm on your team. Koala sub, beginning the time zone. Watching this live. Gold. Oh, nice. But let's see, hold on. Being in this time zone and watching. Oh, nice. Awesome. Variable, let's go. Brand new. Oh, my goodness. Bayer. Brand new tier 1. Let's go. Snail and Coley. Hey, you two. Hey, you two. Shy Rye, I appreciate that. Shy Rye, I appreciate that.
Give me the
Bayer,
meat.
I appreciate that, Bayer. Okay? Okay, I do. I really do.
Welcome to Costco.
I just don't even know what to do with it, Bayer. So, Bayer, I can kind of tell that you're new. I noticed that first thing I saw you do is when you stepped up to the urinal, you had no bathroom ramen in your hand, okay? For me, that's a dead tell of kind of like a new employee. You're not even efficient yet. We haven't even got you to maximum efficiency. So guess what? I need you to efficiency up, okay? Go out there, go find Cotter or TJ, two great examples here at the startup. And guess what? They'll walk you through how to really, truly be efficient. Bathroom ramen in one hand, no mouse in the other hand, because clearly nothing but keyboard shortcuts. Oh, tell me this is not just the greatest. I mean, it's close. Tell me this is not the greatest banger you've heard in a while. All right, hey, thank you, Shy Rye again, Snail. Thank you again, Snail and Coley. Thank you, I appreciate that. Grinchy coming out with the 5 banger. I hope you got your raw meat and you got it very good. Zershi, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. Dev Cactus, work from home, water cooler talk. Yeah. Oh, thanks for being. What is it? Thanks for being my work from home water cooler talk. Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate that, Dev Cactus. Thank you, TJ, for the 126 person raid. Let's go. Thanks for whoever gave TJ a shout out. Hit that button right now. Hit the follow button right now. Hello from Ethiopia. Well, hello. How you doing, buddy? All right. Are you guys ready for this? Say hi to my wife now. Hello. Read, write, execute. Rick's wife. How you doing? All right, I want to do this one. But I feel like we've already done too much with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dark the screen for a second. I feel like we've done too much vimming. Let's sidestep, okay? Let's just change up a little bit. Let's just change things up a little bit, okay? We've done enough of this. We've done enough of it. Right? Check your Twitter. Biggin has something to ask you. I saw that. It was very nice. I liked it. I didn't quite get it, but I certainly liked it.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I liked it. Does that count? All right, I have a spicy one, okay? This is like the most spicy one ever, but before I do it, I gotta go pee, okay? Dude, you're peeing into a bottle or what? No, I'm going pee right now.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
All right. Are you guys ready for this one? Is this not a banger song? Hey, TJ, how was the stream, by the way, TJ? Did you have a good one? Thank you again, everybody, for all the subs, everything. Giant Soup.
Welcome
Let's
to Costco.
go, Giant Soup.
I love you.
Let's go. He's just running some GC. No, it's garbage releasing, actually, really, when you think about it. It's the opposite of garbage collecting. I've been working on trading. Oh, shoot. It was good. Closures, very cool. Great guest today. Oh, nice. I've been working in trading firm using Python and automation. I'm in college now and trying to do it alone, and I've been trying to automate trading and testing with Rust. Do you have any recommendations for live trading? I don't have any recommendations, my friend. Ivan Odenstoff, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Let's go. Y'all are just noobs. I heard somebody say they are working on a cPanel prod.wow. Wow. Gonna get lunch. Be back. Oh, hey, have a good one. All right, hey, Ivan Odenstoff, thank you very much for that. Are you guys ready for this? Did Primogen alert change for 20 gifts? No, it's still the same. I wonder, yeah, Odenstoff better use that. I have not changed the 20 gifted subs yet. Financial sector produces no real value in our economy. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not getting baited into any conversation around that. Ooh, Prime. Hey, what do you think about AR? I think that that's more useful than VR. Coding is running a stream with today's theme. Rust is not as good as TypeScript. Okay. That is a hey, Risk Runner. How you doing, Risk Runner? I love to see Twitch staff here. You know why? Because if there's a staff here and I'm not banned yet, guess what that means, baby? Guess what that means? Guess what? That means I am not going to be getting banned anytime soon. I keep thinking at any moment I'm going to get banned, but you know what? It hasn't happened. Coding is just memeing. Absolutely. What are your opinions on software transactional memory? I don't have any opinions, baby. Beacon, you know this, Beacon. Get the hell out of here, Beacon. We need to hang out.
Welcome to Costco.
Wow, look at those beautiful eyes. All right, you guys ready for this? Do you think it's too hyped? I think AR actually has the realest chance to be useful. Honestly, the problem is you need peripherals that make sense, right? Because okay, real talk, I can't just walk around all day like this. This would be me all day, except bigger for AR. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just set my alarm. I'll be there. That's just not how it goes. AR sucks, right? Like, it could be great. It's just not great now. You know what I mean? All right, let's see if markers are working. Damn it, markers are still not working. Give me my marker. I want you. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Bisco. Having the team lead interview next week. Let's go, Odin staff. I love to hear that. What happened to Netflix during the Love Is... I don't know. I actually don't know what happened. Primogen opinions on developers. Hey, only in it for the money. I think that you can do that. It's just a hard position to be in. You know what I mean? This marker's driving me nuts. Just imagine high-scale live video. Yeah, imagine. I bet you it's hard, Risk Runner. Opinions on opinions? Yeah, I have some. Extra, hey, Estrax TV. I don't think I said thank you, but thank you. I really do mean it. Thank you. All right, Pixel Hero. How can you be this productive if your editor doesn't look like a cock? Wait, what? A cockpit. Really need that green play button, Cap. I know. You need that green play button, baby. You have opinions on opinions? Damn, I do. There's an AR implementation that gives you multiple virtual monitors once you wear the glasses. Yeah, I saw that. It looks sucky. It's expensive, too. It's really expensive. All right, is everybody ready? Are you ready to do this? Of course this song's old, but it's Elefante. Elefante's made music in which just seems to be great all the time. All right, Bisco, don't make fun of me. Everyone, don't make fun of me. Markers are down on Twitch. This is me making a marker for myself so I can just fast forward it so you can see it, suck it. But leptospirosis. Everybody, this is my green room, okay? Hey, I had to do this. Sorry, fourth wall broken. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do, Adam. Get him out. Get him out before the storm as the round begins. We don't want none of this. Yeah, if only we knew somebody. If only there was somebody that we knew who could help with this whole prospect of a broken Twitch. That would be incredible. But I don't. Unfortunately, I know nobody. The only thing that makes fun is the half-assed green screen mic arm. Okay, I know. It is so half-assed. Dude, all I have to do is go get tape, and that's it. I just have it. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Hey, just keep calm and say no. Keep calm and just say no to coding challenges. Okay, so I feel like this article is going to be a spicy one because I'm just looking at it from
Welcome
just
to
the name.
Costco.
I forgot to
I
turn off
love you.
alerts. Alerts! All right, just looking at it from the name, it makes me think that this person's going to recommend you to take an interview, and when someone's like, could you please code this little up for me? And their recommendation is going to be this. No! All right, here we go. Here we go. Hiring is broken. Oh man, look at this. There's so many good ones. Look at we got so many great pieces here. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Keep calm and just say no to coding challenges. All right. Do you resent wasting your time with coding challenges? No. Keep calm and say that you have decided to stop doing them. Okay. Companies have their processes and deal breakers. Since the hiring process is a two-way street, you are entitled to have your own deal breakers. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Just let the man cook a little bit, okay? There's a completely underrated tool in job hunting. No, it's not an app. And no, it's not ChatGPT. Here is the secret. Talk with the recruiter that makes the first phone call. I'm not going to lie to you. The amount of emojis has already made me upset. I'm a man who does not use emojis, okay? I don't like it. I know that you feel the urge to skip that part and talk as fast as possible to someone that understands that Vim is better than Emacs. He's correct. But skipping that urge is worth its weight in gold because you can use this opportunity. For example, avoid code challenges. What you do is that you get to know each other and the company and then wait for that moment. So that was, in summary, who we are as a company and what we are looking for. Do you have any questions? And indeed, you have questions. Hello, yes. Can you describe your recruiting process? Which steps would I go through if everything works fine? She'll be happy to oblige. Maybe you'll need to ask for more precise questions, maybe you'll need to ask for more precision. You mentioned there will be a technical evaluation. How would that go? Is it more like a technical discussion or a coding challenge to do at home? Then you hear either we don't do coding challenges. We have found they waste too much time for our candidates, and there are other ways to evaluate their technical skills. Then all is fine. You have avoided coding challenges, or you hear, yes, indeed, there will be a coding challenge that consists of this and this. This is the crucial moment where you breathe and you say polite and calm you stay polite and calm and say, thank you for clarifying that. Well, I have to be transparent with you. I have bad experiences in the past with coding challenges, and I've decided to stop accepting them. Just like that. Okay, just so you know. Hey, guess what, everybody? This person's just given you the best way to get rejected from many, many interviews. So perhaps this person doesn't really need a job that much, and therefore just can go like this. Oh, what do you do? Oh, you're like 93% of all companies, and you do take a coding challenge? Look at that pinky. Sorry, I don't accept him. They leave a taste like an ashtray in my mouth. So no thank you. To both your job and your interview process. I actually just spit on my screen. That was disgusting. Perhaps this person's applying to a Scrum lead role. Oh, yeah. Okay, then yeah, you're right. They probably don't need to do that. So far, without reading anything else, my current take is that this is some of the worst advice I've ever heard. Real talk. Just hear me out for a second. You literally have been told by every company that there is a secret handshake. The secret handshake involves you knowing basic data structures and how to apply them. So you can go and study for 8 hours, get good at basic data structures. You can walk in, do the secret handshake, and get right inside the door. Or B, you can just say no to most jobs out there. Is that unreasonable of me? Here's the deal. I don't think coding interviews are the best way to validate a candidate's ability. I'm on your team. You should find good questions to ask during your technical interview part and have them code up some various things, whether that's integrating with APIs, handling many promises, being able to work with async, but choose something that's really, really good, because you know what? That's going to give you a lot of insight into their abilities. Okay? And guess what? You, the interviewer, know that. You get to go in with knowledge. Right? And yeah, and you're right. This person right here, they even went with take home versus whiteboarding. Those are two very different things. I'm fine with both of them. I don't think there's any one way to interview good. Right? I think that if you want to do this well, you need to be able to have a live interview. I want to see a take home, and I want to see a technical collaboration. I want to see all three of them. Because here's the deal. Someone that shines like wild on a take home may completely fail on a whiteboard, but then do pretty good on the technical collaboration, kind of a higher level technical discussion. Guess what? Fine by me. But here's the deal. Some people have like 16 kids and they don't have the time to just go dick around for 8 hours on your sweet take home. Maybe they're too busy streaming on Twitch. And so guess what? Their take home is going to be as minimal effort as possible, but then they're going to get up and kick ass and take names on the whiteboard and do great on the technical collaboration. Guess what? That's called learning. Like that's you're just giving them many opportunities to show you that they have the ability. It's just nuts to me that you would say no to this. Okay, so this is my first kind of inkling right now. Okay, I have 3 jobs, 2 wives, and 7 children. I don't have time for your interview challenges. Sunglasses on. Anyways, okay, all right, here we go. Worst, sad looking up meh face. Worst case scenario, an uncomfortable conversation. The conversation could become uncomfortable. Recruiting is a hard job to do well. This is true, very true. And just like programming, it requires training and practice. Unfortunately, too much people are doing recruitment without having been through enough recruiting training. One dude was mad at me and told me how difficult programmers are, etc. Really? So let me get this straight. You went to a company, talked to a recruiter who told you the exact steps the company takes to validate candidates, and you asked for individual and special treatment, and his response was, programmers are difficult. This does read, okay, I see what he's trying to say, which I agree in some aspects with what he's trying to say. But you got to recognize asking a company to just take a completely one-off course for you and you alone is just kind of bullshit, right? It is a two-way street, okay? All interviews are two-way streets, and you have to meet in the middle, and the reality is they're the one that are going to pay you, so you often meet more on their side than your side, okay? Really, it's where the power is that you get to determine who's on what side. Like, you can't, you know, like if a company tried to get me away from Netflix, I love my job, I love what I do, and I have time to do streaming on Twitch. So guess what? If you're trying to hire me, it's going to be a hard sell. It's just going to be a hard sell. You have to convince me to leave all of these things and jeopardize my illustrious article reading Twitch stream to take a risk on you, right? So like there has to be like, I feel like right now, but I could get fired from Netflix. You guys could quit watching my Twitch stream, and guess what? All of a sudden, the power is gone from my side, right? Like things can just change in a day, in literally a day. They can completely change, and I have to reevaluate things, right? And guess what? Guess who would be taking up those technical interviews? This guy. Yeah, I get that. There's definitely some emojis. What does this mean? Isn't that like a sports term? Is that a soccer call? Defensive violation. I don't know what it is. It's more like, let's see, I understand. Well, no deal then. Canceled. It's more likely, though, that the recruiter says something like, well, I can understand. Now, from our side, we have our processes. So I guess it's a deal breaker. Exactly. There you go. That's expected, and that's fine. They have their company processes and rules. You have starting today your candidate process and rules. The first rule being that you don't go to coding challenges. You don't do coding challenges. This works good. So I'd say that this advice works way easier in an environment in which there's more roles and more desire than just like anyone that's available to fill them. And they just want warm bodies that can kind of code and use ChatGPT. You know what I mean? By failing early, you have won something important. You have won time and to find another company that wastes less of your time. Again, I don't think it's wasting. You have lost one lead where you may have invested 12 or 24 hours in a coding challenge. And I've personally heard about much more. You wouldn't believe it. So I think he's specifically saying take home. Is this about a take home coding challenge? During those 12 to 24 hours, you can get in touch with way more than one company. That may feel out of reach if that one company is the only one that replied after tons of CVs. Then you have another issue. You need to become better at finding companies. This is such a good take. This is just such a good take. You know what the real problem is? Real problems are you're just not very good at finding companies. That's all the problem is, okay? Maybe if you stop doing whatever you're doing, start doing it differently. That's a topic for another day, but that starts with actually understanding how hiring works from multiple points of view, which was the subject of my last article. That's the scenario. That scenario doesn't sound too bad for me, but there is more. The best recruiters want to understand your concerns. Does it sound too good to be true? No, not at all. That's just the way it works. For the best recruiters, your interests and theirs are actually quite well aligned because they are, of course, interested in convincing not only you, but the candidates after you to work with them. The best way to do that is to actually shape a candidate's experience. Actually shape a candidate experience people will want to go through. I know what he's trying to say, yeah. Nobody is perfect, so she might have accepted from their hierarchies that there must be a coding challenge thing. They swear to her it will only take up to 4 hours. Now, obviously, the guy who tried it was the guy who designed the coding challenge, so he knew exactly what to do and did indeed complete it in less than 4 hours. If you tell her that in your experience and in the experience of your friends, the kind of coding challenge takes anywhere between 8 to 55 hours to actually do, she will listen carefully, and she will talk about it internally. Alas, it's likely that her hiring manager will not listen because many of those, alas, don't respect recruitment. Thank you, babe.
Something's ringing.
What was that?
There's ringing.
Oh. Thank you. Love you. What was that? Yeah. No, thank you. Love you. Bye. Okay. Beautiful wife gave me a nice, delicious lunch. She made this last night. It was very good. All right. Something that developers who struggle to get a job don't realize is that the reverse is also true. Companies struggle to hire developers, not top companies like Forum. But really, at the average company, developer positions stay vacant for many months. If the hiring manager, 1 month after you spoke out, realized that the position is not being filled and asks what can be done about it, the recruiter will bring the candidate pain point to the table once again. Maybe another developer was brave enough to do the same thing as you explained to her politely why he doesn't like and doesn't do coding challenges anymore. He would have given other arguments, and she will use that ammunition to shape things up. Because really, it's in everyone's best interest. So there's a huge problem with this. There's a huge problem with this entire statement here. Type 1 in the chat if you're looking for a job right now. It's a lot of ones, right? That's a lot of ones. Now, out of all the people that typed 1 and you would like a job, I want you to type 69 if you're willing to just completely avoid a company based on a take-home? Are you willing to say no to jobs based on a take-home? All right, so there's a lot of people. So there's a lot of people that are willing to say no. I feel like there's might be a miscommunication. We'll try this again. We're going to try this again. We're going to try it again, okay? Type 0 in the chat if you're looking for a job, but you're willing to say no to a take-home. Okay. Real talk. There's a lot of people that are willing to do it. Because here's the thing is that no matter how you feel, there's someone who wants it more. You know what I mean? There's somebody who always wants it more than you. Make a poll. We'll make a poll. Let's make a poll. And I think that's the hard part here, which is you're not just trying to get the job. You're also competing against other people. Let's see. Here we go. Who are you? Question mark. Nice typing, me. Not looking for a job. Looking and will do coding challenge. Will do coding. Looking and won't do coding challenge. Retired. I don't program. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's like everything. We got one retired person. Hell yeah, brother. But again, this is not it though, right? Because guess what? Good companies do the same thing. You're saying no not to just shitty companies. There's not some equation that exists out there that's like shitty companies do X and non-shitty companies do Y. Netflix does a take-home. I don't think Netflix is a shitty company at all. Just this week, I did a virtual whiteboarding coding with a startup. Normally, I would decline, but I like them, and I don't like my current job. Oh, that's tough. So, like, here's the thing. I think that what this says to me is that when you're in a good position, it's easy to say no. Right? We can all say no when we want to. Exactly. But when you don't have a choice or you're under pressure, saying no changes. And so this whole idea that you can just uniformly say no and you don't have to consider it, it just feels a bit like a miss. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of, I personally, I do what it takes to provide for my family. And if I need to know that secret handshake, I'm going to do that secret handshake. I much prefer a take-home versus a whiteboard. Yeah, I think take-homes, you can show better example of yourself, but it also is a function of time. It can be a lot harder. And so, you know what? My take is that it's totally a scale of what I want. If you're trying to get me away from Netflix right now, then yes, absolutely. I'm going to say, hey, you can try to you can ask me to leave, but you're going to have to give me a good reason too, and I will shape the interview much different. But if I am looking for a job and I really want a change, which this has happened in the past, then hell yeah, I'm going to do a coding interview, right? Prime, do you think a lot of people with imposter syndrome are scared of coding tests and will rationalize why they are bad? I do think this does happen. I think there's a huge reason why people don't like coding tests. One, I think that people just have general anxiety, especially live, and we don't get enough social interaction in our culture. This tech revolution makes parasocial relationships completely more predominant than social relationships. So I think in general, people just have a harder time connecting with other people. And I think that that's one of the largest drivers why live coding challenges are so difficult. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I just think it's real that it's hard, right? It's a lot harder. If you're completely out of practice talking with people you don't really know, it's hard to talk with people you don't really know. And then to be able to do the skill you've been doing for hours every single week on a whiteboard, it's very, very hard. Give a choice between a take-home and a live coding. I think this is good. At Netflix, we do both. Because we don't like to weigh one more than the other. You know what I mean? If you do lights out on the live and you just do okay on the take-home, there's still something to believe that you have it, right? Yeah, small coding challenges are great. I agree with that, right? And you want to make the take-home great. Hey, the name is the Primegen. Don't put the part where I do anything. Flip. It's just dumb. Those takes are dumb. They're just dumb. Netflix is sunsetting the subscription. Yeah, I think, what was it?
That scared me.
Lithium! Dang it, I guess I'm not over being scared. Damn it. I thought I was over being scared. Yeah, it's like a pasta, some beans, meat. It's really good. Like, I'm fine having a good conversation. I'll totally debate something that makes sense. But if you're like, here's what I call dumb takes, okay?
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
That scared me.
I don't even want to talk about dumb takes. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Panda Coder, thank you very much for the 20 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Live it, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Let's go. I pooped a little bit. It's not a big deal. I like Netflix because they allow Prime to do this. Smirk, hey, thank you. But real talk, what would you let's see. What do you think about refusing to say your current salary? I think that's fine. You don't have to say your salary, right? Love is sharing a password. Any ideas on this one, Prime? Yeah. Pause the music for a second. We were literally the only company providing a monthly subscription that allowed sharing of your account for over a decade. No other company ever allowed that. And finally, somebody was like, man, maybe we should just not leave billions of dollars out there. I guess we should probably stop it after decades of doing this. Crazy. Disney allows it. Disney allows it. Disney's brand new into this. Don't worry.
Welcome to Costco.
Spotify definitely
I love
allows
you.
that, doesn't it? You know, isn't it fun doing Spotify sharing? Isn't it like super fun? Have you ever tried Spotify sharing? Yeah, it's a nightmare. You have to like validate your address with GPS like locationing and all this crap. It's insane. The Disney doesn't have it, and The Mandalorian was cringe. I'm dying out here. That's a hilarious take. I downloaded GPS Faker app. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Underwear sharing. Now that's real. I've gotten invited to take just let's see, hold on. I've got invited to take just one take-home test out of hundreds of job applications in the last month or two, and haven't got any interviews. I believe there are tons of people who've had this experience. What should we do? What are your thoughts? That's a really good question. I mean, obviously, those who say Yar will laugh at your complaints. I know. I don't really care. Whatever. I'm not even going to argue these dumb. These are dumb arguments. Love is sharing underpants. It's true. Here's the deal: is there's a lot of things about getting hired. You want to be interesting to recruiters. You want recruiters to want you. So a big thing is having a well-developed LinkedIn. You should have a good LinkedIn if you want to have recruiters. I actually took down my LinkedIn recently, and I went from getting a recruiter email 2 to 5 times a day to having none in the last few months. Real talk. I just took it down because I just got so tired of it. And having a good, solid LinkedIn history showing what you've done will get you a lot of opportunities. Second, I know how to play the game. Right? Like when I say I know how to play the game.
Welcome to Costco.
I love you. What I mean by that is that I know data structures and algorithms. When I get up in front of a live coding thing, I know how to do the live coding. I've done it enough times and I've practiced it enough times that in general, if I can get in front of a whiteboard, I'm going to win. I'm going to win 95% of the time. There's a couple times I won't win. That just happens like everybody. But I've just played the game a ton. Not only have I conducted maybe 500 interviews myself, I've also went and interviewed maybe 50 separate times. I've tried to become good at the skill, and I think that's a really good thing. I try when I'm talking to somebody, especially recruiters, especially anybody, I match their eye contact levels. If they are heavy eye contact, I eye contact them right back. Call the game of chicken at all points. If they're not like that, I match it. I don't look at them. I don't try to chad them into the ground, right? I match their body language. I learn how people want to communicate. When people curse in an interview, I will curse with them. If they don't curse in an interview, I don't curse back. If people use really proper terminology, I use really proper terminology. If they're mixing up and saying the wrong thing, I will, for the most part, just try to use simpler terms to describe what I'm thinking, because it's totally like this thing where you're trying to mirror and be the best to them. The thing is that most interviews aren't interviewing like some concrete objective. It's this like massively subjective set of rules, right? It's like, if you don't make this person like you, well, guess what? This man does not have autism. I've just memorized what to do. No, real talk though. Like, you gotta make somebody like you. So you just try to mirror what they do. Haven't you ever read those things? Like, if someone's sitting like this, they're uncomfortable, they're drawn back. So you're supposed to be like, okay, how do you draw somebody back out? How do you make them feel good? So they say that people will do like the opposite of what you're doing. So I will like start to kind of sit back and put myself in a not like aggressive big stance, so that way people don't feel super intimidated. I want them to come out of the interview feeling good. I want them to feel like they've had a great time, like I've had a great time. So I just try to memorize all these things. When I get up on the whiteboard, I'm excited. I try to be excited. I try to ask questions. I really try to like engage with what they're saying and take it to heart. And even if I have no clue how to solve the problem, which happens every single time, no matter how simple the problem is, when someone asks it, there's like a 5-second no clue what to do moment. Then I go, okay, I think I know what to do. But I'm always very, I try to be excited, show them that I want to be there. I come with questions prepared, good questions that make them think, right? I ask them really deep, like work-life balance questions. How do they balance that? Like, have you ever had a moment in your interviewer, like where your boss, you disagree with your boss? How does your boss take it? What are they like? I try to come in with questions not only so I can leave good, but the person's like, yeah, that guy had a lot of good questions. He was like a little questioner person, right? And I just try to and when they ask me, I try to be like brutally honest. If they're like, hey, what makes you excited about this job? I'm like, hey, I really like this. I really like this. I really like this. I'm hesitant about this. Could you talk about that? Oh, I'm really not sure about this one. Could you talk about that? Right? Like, I try to be as I want them to feel like I'm on the same team as them. And so I just try to do everything I can. Everything I can. What are some of your greatest faults? Dude, my greatest faults is that sometimes because I'm really fast with my mouth and my hands. Okay, that sounds really different than what I meant. When you think about it, like when you really think about it, that's not what I actually meant to say. Like, I'm really fast at... Stop it. Hold on. Beastco, I'm not being debated by this, Beastco. Just link it in a second. What I mean by that is I can type fast, and I come back with little quips too fast, because I'm really good with my hands and my mouth, that I end up saying something that's probably I shouldn't say to the right person, right? It's something that I really have been trying to correct, is that especially with superiors, saying something that's kind of like, like when they say something, to challenge them in such a kind of like how would I say it? More of an immature, techie, like a Twittery type response, right? So trying to remain professional in situations when I'm not, trying to remain professional. I find it to be one of the hardest things, because, someone will say something and I just grew up being made fun of all the time. And the only way for me to get over it was to make fun of people back. So I just got really good at it. So when someone says something, my mind goes meme on it, right? And I just mess up. Another big fault I have is that I am really bad at communicating ideas when the context is too deep. And what I mean by that is like when I'm trying to describe what I'm doing or why the tool I'm building is really useful for someone, I rely too heavily on showing how good that tool is versus describing why they want the tool. Because the thing is that I know if I can take 5 seconds and show them the tool I make, they will get it and they will love it. If I can show them with my words, which I know I could learn how to do this, but it's super duper hard, I bet you I could sell 10 times better than I currently do. And I'm not very good at that. You know what I mean?
Welcome
I've
to
never been very
Costco.
good at that.
I love
It
you.
always comes down to context. Context is so hard. How much context do you want to do? Because to describe a very deep technical tool, there's like levels. There's levels of deepness you have to do. And it's just like, okay, should I just do a little bit? Should I do more? And then you end up either going way too deep on the context or you give like no context and they're confused. Do you know what I mean? Gosh, I suck at that and I really hate that. I really do want to be better. Yeah. I'm really good at presentations. Drop a marker. Flip, I can't. Markers are broken. Flip, I kid you not.
Welcome
During this
to
entire
Costco.
time, I've been doing
I love
this
you.
for a marker. This is a marker! Flip! The green screen for like 10 seconds. This is a marker! This is a marker! No. Lastly, something that I think I need to work on is that something that bothers me, and it bothers me too much, are nits. Right? It really bothers me. And I'm trying not to let it bother me. But, you know, like, there are people who will demand that you still use an underscore for properties, even though you're using TypeScript and you've marked it as private. They still want an underscore because technically it's not private. It's not an ES. It's not an ES private on a class or something like that. And I hate those kind of nits. And I'm like, dude, you're avoiding the tools and you're trying to hold up like an old system. Like, we're not going to do this. We got to move forward. No, sorry. You know, when you technically think about it, it's not. And I'm like, I suck with pedanticism. I am not a pedantic person. I'm a person that I do this. Hey, you go solve your part. I'll go solve my part. Let's agree on an interface and let's move on. Oh, always apply. Always apply. Tell them to write a linter if they want that. Exactly. But either way, it's just one of those things where, to me, it's just like, it says the guy who hates implicit returns. Yeah, TJ, the thing is your code can have implicit returns. I will not argue with you. I won't do implicit returns because I have dyslexia. And I read code by pattern matching colors. And so I refuse. I just refuse to do it. For me, it's just a readability issue.
That scared me.
Okay, that scared me. I actually almost just died of food. Don't do it, TJ. Don't do it. Dude, aim. You just shot me in the heart. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. That one was terrifying. Yeah, dude, haven't you heard? Oh, yeah. For those that weren't around in my stream like 3 years ago, I used to not even be able to. Dude, Beastco, where are you, Beastco? Beastco. Beastco, could I even read a sentence ever correct? You said here, sorry in advance. Okay, lost some of the funniness, but mid-rant, but it was great. Fuck you, we're terrible. Still are. Yeah, okay, that's reasonable.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
You don't even blink, do you? Quick staring contest, me and you, now.
Beastco, unfortunately, this is not. I mean, this is a great Will Ferrell thing. Even in the moment, that wasn't that good. You've definitely linked a better one. You've definitely linked better ones, okay? But thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. That's you in an interview. That's not me in an interview.
It turns all your bad feelings into
Hey,
good
Amesh,
feelings.
thank you again, dude. Okay,
It's a
Amesh,
night.
you don't have to keep doing that. You just got here, buddy. You know what? You've made it. You've made it far. Take a back seat. Enjoy yourself. We got some time. I fight you. Okay, do it. Oh my goodness. Why am I looking at all these dumb things? Why are you guys developer of realistic looking body cam FPS unrecord has posted a new video to prove that it isn't fake. Dude, that would be so sweet. Whatever this is like Tarkov. This is like crazy Tarkov. Dude, this is like crazy ass Tarkov. Dude, this is not a real game. It's fake, and they are making money on the attention. Well, if it is, I would buy this game. I'm not sure how you make money on the situation. Oh. The shaders are dope. It is real. Unrecord. Yeah, whatever it is, I want to play this game. So I hope this is real. I don't care if it's real. Awesome. Okay, hold on. I do gotta see this. Okay, this just looks too cool. Hold on. Hold on. Is there any sound? Where's the sound? What is this? I'm afraid it's gonna be really... This should have been a zombie horror game. Oh gosh, this is gonna make me vomit. Screen tearing.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Dude, if this is a real game, this is like too real. This is a little too real for me. Can we back it up like maybe Fortnite shader this shit? Okay, it's too real. Don't like it. Getting kind of sick feeling. I know it's like TOS. It looks like TOS. Can we go back to Fort Life? Okay. I like this idea of Fort Life. Okay, all of a sudden I take back everything I've said. Not gonna lie, it looks like a stinker gameplay-wise. It could be, yeah. I'm curious what the gameplay is gonna be like. Because, I mean, the reality is looking at a preview and then, like, jumping over a box and having your whole camera go down and go back up and running. Dude, it is Uncanny Valley. Holy cow. Is, like, a really cool thing to see, but it's not a cool thing to play when you have to do it 500 times. Yeah, I do want that. Update your firmware. I do. I like Tarkov. I'm gonna try to play it on Monday. All right, yeah, on Monday. Yeah. I'm gonna do it on Monday. We're probably gonna do it in the Discord. So if you're part of the Discord, I assume it's VR. Feels like a tech demo. Yeah, feels like a tech demo. Okay, here we go. This is a pretty short article. Hold on 1 second. Marker. Put a marker in. We gotta have a marker because Twitch markers are currently broken. So flip. Put a marker in. Put a marker in. This is a marker. Okay, everybody, this is a marker. Hey, marker. Uh-oh, hey, stop. All right, anyways, marker these nuts. Music, yeah. This green screen is Harpoon of Twitch videos. It is. Me when I sell Sharpies. Have you looked at this? Oh, my goodness. Why are we looking at these things? So I was playing with Rotten Tomatoes search, which is powered by Elgato, and I found this. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of prod movie tests. You can do that on Netflix too. There's The Dancing Guy. Have you never seen The Dancing Guy? Go on Netflix and look up like test stream. And there's I forget the guy's name. I had friends that knew him. He left the company, I think, right when I was just joining in 2013. And he's like doing dances and stuff out at the old Building A. It's pretty good. It's like 45 minutes of test video. I feel like the primogenitor is a combination of Michael Scott and Jake from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is that one Andy Samberg? Because if you're complimenting me and calling me Andy Samberg material, I'll take that as a compliment. I don't think there's a tip I can give you that's going to help you in an hour. Confidence always helps, though. I haven't seen any Unreal 5 engines. I love you, by the way. Okay, whoa, calm down. All right, here we go. Let's see. I was a doctor before SWE. Presentations and conversations are the easy part. I have a free data structure. Real talk. I have a free 9-hour data structure course on Front End Masters. Right here. This is free. It's free for life. Get free access. It's literally free. Don't need a credit card. I don't negotiate. I just tell them I do that. Why'd you disable VOD? I upload it to my YouTube now. Right here. YouTube, VOD channel. I just paid for it. Yeah. We love them. Yeah, we love them. Hey, mark this flip. Hey, mark on. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So let's read this one. Here we go. Sorry, Flip, the marker was a little bit off. Sorry, the marker's now. This is the marker. The other marker wasn't a marker. This is the marker. This is the real marker. This is the real ass marker, okay? All my homies love markers, okay? All right. Vim won't make you more productive developer. Okay. Disclaimer. I am playing devil's advocate. I do believe Vim makes me more efficient with some trade-off. I still don't know what YMMV means. What does it mean? What does it mean? Your mileage may vary. Emotional right now. Let's see. We, as developers, spend a lot of our time on our text editor of choice. Yes, choosing to use Vim, in my opinion, ultimately won't make a huge difference with any other editor. The majority of modern editors are more than capable to handle the task at hand and are much easier to get started with. I can believe this. This is true. Vim is definitely not easy to get started with. Absolutely. You want to use Vim? Sure. After you are vaguely familiar with it, you'll dive deep into Vim's ecosystem and soon learn about a variety of flavors of Vim comes in and many ways to manage plugins and configurations. Suddenly need to code in Java? Well, darn. You need to expand your code completion, syntax highlighting, and additional functions like compilation. After that, going through all of that, would you argue that you emerged out of it stronger, better developer? Actually, yes, I would argue a really good point that you do actually end up a better developer in a sense that you know more of how the tools undergirding your system work. And that's like a big thing that people always never really take into account, which is when you press the green play button, what happens? What happens? What is it calling? How are you managing your dependencies? People just never take those things into account. And so using Vim makes you understand things at a different level. I'm not saying it's a better level, but you will be more capable than you were not using Vim, right? It's just true. Sorry. Or would you say it was all but a distraction and time that could have been spent on coding and learning about other facets of programming? Again, this is kind of like, for me, this is one of those false dichotomies that people make, which is either you learn, you configure, and you do this, or you could be getting better at programming. Obviously, you choose getting better at programming. Well, actually, no, hold on, time out. There's a lot that goes into programming. A lot of the time, you don't spend programming, you spend solving ancillary issues, right? Issues that don't necessarily revolve around the main thing you're trying to solve, but all that other crap. And honestly, becoming better at those means that you are going to become a better tools developer, which I know a lot of people want to be a full-time tools developer. It's very, very hard. And so one really great way to becoming a tools developer or an editor developer, like what TJ does, working at SourceGraph on language stuff, like all of that comes from understanding how these tools work, right? It does not come from you just pressing the green play button until somebody just says, hey, go do these things. No, you have to invest in how things work. You know what I mean? Subscribe to TJ, please. Yeah, agreed. I use Vim daily and I love it, but it's kind of difficult for me to recommend it because it truly is a time sink. this is I don't know. I haven't touched my Vim setup since I did my last rework, so it's been like maybe 2 or 3 months since I've even thought about my config. Master your tools. I agree with that. Always master your tools. Always master your tools. It is one of the most important things you'll do, even if the tools change, understanding how they work. Like one thing that if you haven't written enough CLI tools, one thing you will not do when creating a CLI tool is considered standard in and standard out properly. And because you don't do that, you're gonna leave on the table so many cool ways your tool could have worked because you're so busy being focused on this one thing. Oh, I've mastered my tool. Really, tell me more about it, Bisco. What folks rave about is more about Vim navigation and not Vim itself. And that is easily solved with Vim mode, which is available in most editors. I do agree Vim mode or Vim motions are really, like, it is such a great part about Vim. But also, Vim navigation is also, it's more than just Vim mode, right? Like my file navigation right here, this thing that I use all the time, Harpoon, or this, these are all, or alternate file, walking up my jump list, walking forward on my jump list. Like those are all very important aspects of using Vim properly. Because if I want to take this thing, throw that thing on there, do I even have anything else in this project? Here, let's grab the Tommel. There we go. Now I can, whoopsies, I can go here, take that. I have 2 things in my list. I can go really fast between them. If I add a third thing, I don't care. What was our third thing? This file. There we go. Because often I'm editing like 3 files, right? And when I'm editing 3 files, this is fantastic. I can go as fast as I want between them, right? Having like a really good, amazing experience. But we have this with VS Code too. Well, they technically took it from me, okay? Someone made VS Code Harpoon. And you don't have a jump list. Jump list is just not a thing in VS Code. I'm sorry. You don't have jump lists. You don't have jump lists, okay? I understand you want jump lists. You don't got them. Let's see. Oh, is that the end of the article? Vim, I agree with this. But here's my 2 opinions on it. Vim motions, you should always learn those. Those are just fantastic by themselves. They're standalone. They're fantastic. They will always work for you in an amazing way. Vim the editor, I'm less sold on everyone needs to use Vim the editor. I think that you should try it out. I think you should use it long enough to understand what it is and what you have different between VS Code and Vim. Like I have used VS Code on and off multiple times. I've used Vim on and off multiple times. I've used NeoVim. I've used Doom Max, Space Max, just regular Emacs. I've played a lot with IntelliJ, did Atom, NetBeans, done them all. Ran the gauntlet, right? And the thing is that it's just not. You learn what you like, and you learn how to be super efficient. And the thing is if you don't know how to use your editor, that is more of a tragedy than anything else. Learn to use your editor. No, Zed's not really available. I think it just became available on Linux. And so for me, like the big mantra here should not necessarily be Vim, but know your tools. Like how many times have I seen this? Really, I've seen this happen too many times. Someone gets, gets a file, right? They have some sort of something. I don't know what it is, right? And they have something like this, and they're just like, oh man, I have this log, and now I need to get, and I want to sum all these numbers. Right? And they don't even have the idea of using awk at all. And I suck at using awk, right? I suck at using awk completely. Am I even correct on 6? Okay, I got it first try, right? I still even just do this. I don't even know how to, do the whole adding in awk. I know it's there, but I mean, hey, what the hell? Oh, there's an extra new line at the end. Come on, guy. Why is there an extra new line here? Why is there an extra new line? Why, por qué, Maria? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Now look now you're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. There we go. Why are you embarrassing me in front of all my friends? Okay, that was absurd, right? Like just knowing that you have a couple tools that work is really nice. It's really nice to be able to have a couple tools to be able to do something. And so often I'll find myself just using a couple little things, right? Like TR is super useful. Just having that as like just a thing. Like just knowing that you can use tools and use them well is fantastic. And for me, this came from using Vim, right? All of this stuff came from me using Vim. Is because I had to go learn different things. Like just knowing how to use grep, knowing how to use find. Find is super useful. Knowing how to use xargs, right? Adventuring outside of your editor. Your editor does not have to solve all of your problems. I found that like me actually stepping away from using a terminal inside my editor actually made me have a slightly just better workflow. I just use Tmux now. And because I started using Tmux, I developed Tmux Sessionizer. So now I can go from, say, one of my projects right here, and I can jump back to my other project and my other. And I can just do this super fast, or I can do in fuzzy find into it again. So now I have 2 different projects with 2 different modes. Look at that. And I can just jump back between them. And because I also happen to have a really good like set of shortcuts, I can jump on here, copy this line, jump to my other project, go in here, and I can paste in that line from one project to the other project. Like just having a command over your system is worth way more than just simply using your editor and never knowing how anything works. So that's my big takeaway from this is it's about knowing what's available and how to use it efficiently. And it's less about specifically the editor you use. And what I find is that many people default to VS Code and never leave it and never learn how their system works. Just learn how it works, please. For the love of everything, just learn how it works. Everything. Please. Please. The name is the Primogen. Got him. Used to have a course on Vim. I have one. There we go. I've spent I've watched all of your front-end master courses. They're great. You're good at teaching. Thank you. My Vim one was my first one ever. How cringe is it? How cringe is my Vim one? Agreed. There's a new no boilerplate video. Yeah, I saw that. I like to let his stuff flourish for a while, right? I generally try not to watch any videos that are brand new, hot off the presses, because I don't want to take away from someone. Because, that initial little bit is where you get a lot of your views. And then after a week, you can get kind of like this second spike in views. So I just really want to make sure that it's good. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, is the Rust... Oh, this is going to be a good one. This is an exciting one. Is the Rust hype real? Are you ready for this one? Gabriel Rodriguez! I'm very excited for this one. I bought a year access for a free algo course. Nice, thank you. Is the Vim course cool for Fem Masters, though? Yeah. It'd be cool if YouTube streaming had a React feature where you could add view counts to whatever you're watching. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I'd split rev, too. Absolutely. It only makes sense. All right, are you guys ready for this one? Marker. Oh, yeah, we got to do marker. You banned the wrong guy earlier who you thought wanted to debate you about Netflix failing. I did? Oh, I feel bad about that. Well, shoot.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Shut up, TJ. Oh my goodness. Karen, we might have ourselves a little HR situation, okay? I actually think that we need to make Beast Code mod. It's honestly the only way to move forward in this one is we make him mod, we celebrate him, and then when the inevitable lawsuits come in, we toss everything on top of his plate. Really just, set up a fall man. You know what I'm talking about, Karen? Yeah, you're in on it? I am too. Let's get our fall man. Beast Code 2023 fall man. I'll be the fall man. No problems. Hey, I'll do that. Let's go. Escape goating. Let's go. All right. Got it. All right. Are you guys ready for this one? Are you guys ready for this one? First, marker time. It's a marker! Look at it, it's a Twitch marker. I'm doing this so I can easily find it in a video later on because Twitch markers are broken right now. So this big green screen is for me to know to do something here. Okay, mark her. I hardly even know her. Okay, Karen, I gotta be back. I gotta be back out there, okay? I gotta be back out there doing my... Yeah, I don't know her. What's the big deal? What's the big... Yeah, I don't. I don't, Karen. And you can't accuse me otherwise. All right, here we go. Are you ready for this one? I'm going to turn off alerts for a second because I don't want you guys to be rude. By the way, I think I forgot. Hold on, Flip, take this part out. Before I say anything, Brink PvP, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. I'm like just out of the zone right now. I'm just totally out of it. Again, AIM, I don't know why you keep doing this. What is with the tier 3s? I don't get it. Why would you do it? Why
Welcome to Costco.
would you do it?
I love you.
Thank you, Esquaque de Volder. Thank you very much again, Al Penpog. Thank you very much. And aim with the 20 banger. Let's go. And Hacktor. Come on, Hacktor. Brand new tier 1. Appreciate that. Torch. Hey, Prime. Holy cow, let's do this. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for fostering a passionate community. I recently got offered a team lead position with opportunity for a master's. Hell yeah, that's awesome. There's a problem, though. Everyone on the last project jumped ship due to unmanageable workloads. Ooh, that's tough. So this is actually really, really tough.
Welcome to Costco.
I think I can address workload by choosing better tools, but I'm green, and this would be my first time in leadership role. Do you have any advice on how to approach this? This is a really hard question. This is an extremely hard question because I don't know what the workload is. I don't know what the manager stuff is. I don't know anything. Here's the deal. If the workload is unmanageable, there's no tools that are going to save you. This is almost exclusively always a management expectation problems. Make sure you address this early if you are going to take this, right? Address it early as possible. Make sure that everyone is on board and understands that, hey, this is how the thing needs to be. I'm not here to fix all this stuff. Like, you know, I'm going to just try to make it better. We're going to make this better, move faster, but there's nothing that can meet these kind of deadlines. And you need to be forthright and upfront right away. This is the issues. This is what we're going to do. I know we need new markers. And so I'd definitely be careful about taking it for that one reason. Is because, you know, now you're totally dependent on what the management's going to be like. Baratsky, very nice. 9 months. Let's go. Hey, Blemp Gang, thank you for the resubscribe. Let's go, Panda. I remember you doing this to some bitch, Panda. Appreciate it. The name is the Prime Gen. Hey, Usirin, how you doing, Usirin? You didn't have to do that, Usirin. What are you doing? Usirin, did you land back on your feet? Don't do that, Usirin. Did you land back on your feet? Is everything looking good? Because I know you. For those that don't know, Usirin streams on Twitch. Great guy. Turkish Delight is what I like to refer to him as. Used to work at Twitch. Got hit by the big layoff and all that. Is your pinky good? Do you not see this pinky? It's delicious. Are you doing good? Have you got back on your feet? Everything good? Outrun real life? Hell yeah, I will. Always outrun that. The closure gen is not the real closure gen. I'm not even sure what this means.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
This is true. New PFP unlocked. This guy looks like the guy off of what is it called? Like There Will Be Blood. That's more of what that guy looks like, okay? That doesn't look like me, right? Right? Is this an NFT? No, this is the Closure Project logo. Possible ban evader? Yeah, it happens all the time. Where the hell do I plug in NeoVim commands? What do you mean? The
Welcome to Costco.
Hey, great mate. Thank you very much. Big Sir Holy Pie, let's go. Thank you. Great mate. Welcome, buddy.
It's a night.
Hey, Sir Holy Pie, let's go. Let's go. Hey, here, check this out. Check this out. So you want to know about the G command? The G command allows you to execute like weird commands on stuff, right? So you can first do a search. Let's just search up dependencies. You can see depths right there. And I just want to delete that line. Boom, line's gone, right? So if we happen to have that a bunch of times, and I went in here and did that, it would delete all of them. Pretty cool, right? I like that, huh? So you can also do things like that. You can also, let's see, I'm not very good at the G command because I don't often use it. Holy cow, I can't type for some odd reason. There's also, you can do like norm bang, and so I can go like this. I can go underscore L D word I hello, and And then I don't know how to do anything else after that. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Got it. Right? So I just executed a series of Vim commands right there. Me personally, I find that the
Welcome to
G thing,
Costco.
I would just
love
rather
you.
use something like a macro. I'd rather record a macro, go to the beginning word, hello world, do that, go down one, do that, and then I can just hit that macro over and over again as much as I need to, right? That just feels way better for me, because the thing about a macro is that you can make it really, really good, right? You can do a lot of super cool things with macros. I do use the G thing from now and then, right? So I will do G when I am in my editor and I'm too lazy to go to say like grep, right? So you can just grep out a line, or you can do macros. I like macros more than multi-cursors. There are some things I've seen that multi-cursors can do that macros can do, but they take a little bit more thought, and search and replace can do. I was like, what happened? Yeah. So anyways, okay. I use G to delete all comments. Yeah, that's a good way to do. G's a great one to do like mass operations on. Okay, so let's do this. Is the Rust? Okay, here we go. All right, for real, this is the actual marker. This other marker that we did was a fake-ass marker. This one is the real marker, okay? This marker right here, Flip, I'm sorry that I keep doing this over and over again, but this is the real one. We're going to do this. Is the Rust hype real? Let's go. Hey, Owen. Is the Rust hype real? I mean, I think it is, okay? Getting started with Rust and understanding why is so loved, and also deploying and stressing testing my first web API with Actix framework and comparing it with Django REST framework. All right, hello. Hello, world. Gabriel here again to bring you some new ones. Hey, I like this. I like that little introduction. Hello, world. That's pretty good. He forgot the comma, though. That's like the classic one. This time, and more related to programming, during this article, I will tell you how was my first contact with Rust and the Actix web framework. For people who still don't know me, you can check out my profile right here on LinkedIn. Oh, that's a really strange social network to link out to. Real talk, that's a strange one to link out to. So why Rust? In January 2023, I was I was, as always, in my daily routine as a developer at Avaya Hub Technologia. And I recently, recently internally as the developer-centric team, we tend always to find new ways of both improving performance, reliability, quality, costs, DORA metrics. I don't know what DORA is. Is it an Explorer? And many aspects present at a technology company. It's pretty interesting when a developer survey of Stack Overflow comes out every year. You can check out the full survey with the link below. Yeah, it always says Rust is like the most loved. So this is really just interesting, right? It is just really interesting that this happens like every year, right? And if you look at here, it's not like the languages are like JavaScript. There's TypeScript, but it's just, it doesn't look like anything else. Is there, please, I really hope that there's HTML on that list. Says more about Stack Overflow, to be honest. Well, that's what's surprising, that many people like it on Stack Overflow. Honor mentioned to Golang. Yeah, Golang is being widely used in some recent other development marketplaces, and it is making its name mainly because in an alternative with more performance and lower resource consumption when compared with stacks like .NET, Java, Node, and other high-level programming languages. Yeah, I'd agree with this. Golang is kind of like the perfect mixture of high-level and low-level. You can have, if you want a high-level language, you use Golang, I think. I think it's one of the best ones for the back end. People always seem to be very productive with it, like consistently productive. It is one of the, I don't know what it is. It just seems like a pretty good thing to do. I personally don't really like it, right? Like, I don't like it, but I think that it is a very productive language, right? Crab! Another language we currently looking at is Rust, which also appeared in the Stack Overflow survey with an expressive community growth alongside tremendous love among the developers. That last part being the most loved programming language in the world catches my attention since we are the developer-centric team. So if Rust means developers are happier, so I guess it's worth the effort. Yeah. My goal here does not prove that one is best than the other. Yeah, it's better than the other, but at first, you'll understand why it is being so loved. And if it's better in some basic concepts like performance, developer experience, infrastructure cost, and so on within our organizational structure. Some of his English is a little hard to read through, but we'll get through it. So far, this challenge, I will need to learn Rust. That's really, really hard. So, even all the learnings I had from Rust they continually change, right? Just like when you're first learning to program, you kind of almost get reset in Rust, where you have to like spend quite a bit of time to get up to speed like you would. If I was learning TypeScript for the first time, I could get up to speed in almost no time. But I'm already deeply familiar with programming. Whereas learning Rust for the first time, you can't really get up to speed. in the same, in the same amount of time. So it feels different, right? Because I already coded it in other languages like JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, and C#. The logic fundamentals were always after, whereas always after you pass the first language barrier, pretty trivial. This is true. Oh, look at this. But in Rust, I was particularly scared about pointers and the sophisticated ownership and borrow checker features. Pointers are really easy in Rust. There's none. Effectively. But I won't be able to write code in Rust just by understanding the concepts. And due to my nature of just do it, I need to get some basic syntax to do so. I started with this awesome and free introductory course. There you go. Traversity Media. Also in the video description, you can access this repository with a set of snippets. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's get to the meat here. In general, the Rust documentation is pretty good, and it helps a lot to understand the key concepts of the language. I can say that it is at least well written and categorized. For example, I found some code that was using what we call closures, which was a completely new concept to me, and just looking up the documentation about closures could find a snippet. Okay, yeah. Closures should be a new concept. I mean, you effectively have them in JavaScript. I mean, it is a little different, right? It's a touch different, but it's like effectively the same thing. All right, I'm gonna pop out of this article. I'm having a hard time reading it. Sorry, I know this was just like a huge bait and switch here. I'm sorry, but it was just there was too many run-ons, and I was having a hard time with it. Marker again. Don't do this one. Don't do this one. It's not great. I was hoping for something that was more like, that was going to talk about something in a little bit more actionable sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't want any of these ones yet. Why I got fired from my first 2 developer jobs. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. What is this one? You want to watch this one? Uh-oh. I know. I've seen this. Mid. Oh, man, this one's fantastic. No. God, no. This one is good. Box art is pretty good. No. Yes. No. 1. Looks clickbaity. Mid. Do it. No. 1. Mid. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go like this. Here. Oh, fuck no. Okay. Calm down. Do it. Yes. No. I mean, you got to have good bait on your thumbnails. Remember, you're not competing. I mean, I don't think this thumbnail is that great. It has too many competing colors in that thumbnail. Well, for all those no's, looks like the vocal minority really weren't even telling the truth. Would you recommend your Vim course? If I already kind of am good on Vim motions but want the next level, it's more of like a pretty basic one. We go all the way through like quick fix list. You might be good on the second half. Never got fired myself. I got fired once in my life, but I got fired for doing the right thing. If you want to vote, type in /vote1. Yeah. He wears his cap in front. That's why he got fired. No, I got fired because I refused to put used food back into a food tray to serve to other people in a restaurant. So, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah. They do that? Ew, yeah. I had to say no, and I got fired for it. Yeah, I got fired for that. It turns out I have standards. I have standards. I think you should... let's see. I don't think the dip in productivity from learning Vim would be worth it for me anywhere in the near future. What do you think of the reason? I think it's always a crappy reason. Vim motions are great. You should learn Vim motions. You should learn how to... I mean, it is going to be the best way to edit text. Now, if you don't want to do that, I get it. You don't have to be the best. That's your choice. I just think it's weird. Personally, I think it's weird to be like, I don't want to use the best because it's hard. Now, in the same place where a neo-Nazi told you it's going to be okay, you're going to be okay. No, not that one. That's Texas Roadhouse. I had many of great stories while younger. Yeah, it happened. When I was younger, I came into work too high on drugs, and the line cook, his name was Mike, had a swastika tattooed on his head recently out of prison. I think he was in there for a decade or something like that. I can't remember what. And anyways, I came in too high and I was the dishwasher, and he came up to me, and I was always a bit intimidated by Mike. One time he played a prank on me. Was it the same night? I think it actually was the same night. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been the same night. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, I was too high to do the dishes. And I know, I was too high to do dishes. And he came up and gave me a hug and said, everything's going to be all right. Go outside, smoke a cigarette, come back and kick some ass. And I did just that. I was too high to do dishes, people. All right, follow-up story with Mike. One time in front of everybody, he made an ice cream dish. But the ice cream dish was actually all the fat, congealed fat from the meat at Texas Roadhouse, scooped up and put into a bowl, and then whipped cream and stuff on top of it, so it looks like a nice little dish. And I took a big bite of it, and I was like, bah! You know, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was a terrible, awful, it was a very awful experience, I must say. I don't want that ever to happen again. Hold off on that. Link it in the Discord. Put it in the damn Discord. I have an entire channel. All right. Build you up to tear you down. Yeah, I got trolled. Okay, I got trolled pretty hard. I mean, ultimately, I won. You know, real talk, I won. I left Texas Roadhouse, never to return there again. He had a swastika tattooed on his head, right? Like, you know, like, I would say that I won long term. You know, I don't have a swastika tattooed on my head. I don't think I want one at any point in my life. Can't foresee that ever happening. Stop judging, Prime. You just don't even know. You know, I think that I won. Ultimately, I'm not, you know, I have never ran into a situation in my life where it's like, you know what I could use? You know, I think I want my first tattoo and I have an idea, right? Like, I've just never ran into that situation. And so I'm happy that I got out of there. Nope, this is not the sun symbol. Nope. A swastika, yes, this actually happened to me growing up. This is what happens when you work in a place filled with predominantly meth heads, okay? This is just what happens. I was wondering if it is really worth it to switch to Dvorak. I don't think it is. You don't need to do it. Honestly, you don't need to do it. I tattooed a bigger dick on my dick. Then you probably have lost the battle, haven't you? All right. Gotta go to prison, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in prison, so to be fair, I didn't go there. Real talk, I didn't do that.
Welcome to Costco.
Tyler, I can't believe you subscribed during that. You just subscribed during that talk, all of you.
Welcome to Costco.
You guys should be offended
I love you.
by this entire talk because it's crazy. Prison Mike, I literally had Prison Mike talk to me. I actually had Prison Mike. Scared straight. Hey, Jay Meyer, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do. There ain't no way. I know. All right, here we go. We're going to do a marker, people. We're doing a marker. This marker is for the fact that we're about to do a marker about Junior Developer Nightmare, why I got fired. Let's do this, okay? I think this is going to be a good one. I'm turning off the alerts. Hold on. Marker, let's go. No more marker.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into today's video. Like always, I'm really excited. So today I want to...
By the way, very easy tip. If you're going to do content creation... Sorry for the loudness. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. It'll be funny on YouTube. It'll be funny on YouTube when everyone sees your pain, but they don't experience it because Flip reduces the volume and everyone gets to laugh at your pain. But a little tip as a content creation, video does not matter as much as audio. So if you have the time, spend $100 on a microphone.
Talk to you guys a little bit more about the reasons that I got fired from my first 2 junior developer jobs. I know that there's a lot of people that have gone through coding boot camps and they've turned out a lot better than I have. I also know that there's a lot of students that have gone through coding boot camps and they've turned out a lot worse than I have. I just want to share with you guys my experience. Hopefully it'll be useful for some of you guys and it'll help some of you avoid the pitfalls that I personally fell into. So
I always love these kind of videos, right? There's a lot of you that, hell, I could even learn from this thing as well. Just having the ability to learn from someone else's mistakes is just a huge benefit in someone's life. So this is a good moment to be a part of. I've made many mistakes, and I've been very honest about all my mistakes. So this is great. This is good stuff.
Quick summary about me. My name is Joe. I spontaneously signed up for a coding boot camp about 2 years ago. I didn't have a computer until just a few days before class began. I was definitely one of the worst students rather than one of the better students, but I decided to go anyway because I was desperate to find something to do with my life, and coding seemed like a good idea. So I went ahead, I gave it a shot, I got my ass kicked, but I definitely learned a lot, and it's been worth it overall. So anyway, let me...
You gotta put some respect on that, okay? Hey, can we put some respect on that? You know, not even having a computer signing up for a boot camp, I'm just saying, you gotta put some respect on that.
Give you guys a breakdown of what happened to me. So starting with my first job, let's start there. Number 1, this job was handed to me, essentially. I didn't apply for this job through like Indeed. Having a job handed to you is something I do not recommend.
Indeed, that's a little confusing. Handing a job, interesting take, okay.
Number 2, I wouldn't be working on a team at this job, which turned out to be a huge problem. Number 3, my first job, I was working for a non-tech company, if that makes any sense. Basically, this job, like I said, this job was handed to me by a cousin. He has the same last name as me, so you guys can consider it a family business, I guess. They needed somebody to help them set up a dashboard that basically was pulling data to display in graphs and charts. And they used a specific software to display these graphs and charts. And so my cousin was talking about it. He's like, yeah, all we need is someone that knows basic JavaScript and SQL. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm your guy. I just went through a coding boot camp that taught me that. I'll do it for you. Turned out to be a disaster.
By the way, I think this is a really good point, which is when someone says your job requires X and Y, they're probably lying. It requires X, Y, and synergy, the not very popular 1980s language. That's kind of like small talk, like when you really think about it, it's kind of like small talk, right? Whenever you're integrating with a piece of software, it's always a terrible, terrible, terrible experience. Oh, synergy. Yeah, Bisco knows about it. You're right. It's like, it can be, so, this is a good lesson right here already off the rip, which is you should really ask a lot of questions. But, to be fair, you also get some learning experience when you're fresh out. Having experience, having real experience is always a net benefit. Always ask questions, though.
Mentorship, no help, nobody within this massive building to ask a simple coding question to. 80% of this company is like warehouse work, and I was just on the really small operations side. So nothing I did, nothing was React or Angular or no framework.
There's that again. So this is that big thing I always talk about when people just know JavaScript. They orient themselves based on a UI library. Just like as a way for you to be better as an engineer, don't orient yourself according to a library, right? Become really great at the fundamentals, learn how to build complex tools, and the framework will stop mattering more and more and more and more and more. Okay?
Nothing that I learned from my coding bootcamp I did at this first job, and I kind of expected that. That's what I was taught, but this was different. Now the thing is, there's a lot that can be done with computer code, and
facts.
There's only so much that you can learn from a coding bootcamp. What I got myself into was not a good job for somebody with so little experience. I definitely needed a mentor. I needed to work on a team. I needed just somebody around me that I could just talk code with. And that's something I didn't have at this job. Sure.
I think this is just a good point for anyone, especially the newer you are in a career, and in reality, even at my level, at my time, my tenure in a career, honestly, having people around you to discuss things is really, really, really good. Honestly, it's really, really good. You, especially, I mean, but it's that's like my whole worry with this remote work revolution, which is you are new in an industry and you don't have someone that can help guide you the same way because you're remote, right? The barrier to ask a question remotely versus in person is way, way different. The amount of communication that's going to happen is way, way different. And so, I mean, I really do feel like that this group, whatever it is, this group of people that are working, today that are just starting out, man, that's tough. It's really, really tough stuff out there. Okay. I feel like it's tough. Pair programming is great especially the newer you are, pair programming is great. It really is.
I think that I could have figured it out.
ChatGPT is not a replacement. I know you're joking. I know that's like tongue in cheek. ChatGPT is not a replacement for human interaction. It will never be a replacement for human interaction. In fact, when we finally die, like when the human race finally goes extinct, is when they can integrate ChatGPT into sex robots. No one's going to ever have a human interaction again, and the race will die. That is just what's going to happen, and no one will know how to have relationships ever again. So guess what? It's not that great. Let's not be all happy about that.
If I had more help, sure, there are other students out there. There's people that went to my class that they probably could have done this job. The thing is, I just wasn't one of them. I struggled with it. I'd say I got like 80% done with it, but bringing down the last 20%, it was beyond me. It was beyond my skill level. And the company just kind of realized that, maybe this dashboard is not important. Let him go. So off I went. So the moral of this particular story is be careful about the first job that you get directly out of a coding bootcamp. I highly recommend that you stick with something similar to what you learned through the coding bootcamp, which is most likely something web related. Regardless of what you're doing, I highly recommend you get yourself a job where you're going to find a mentor. So that was my first job.
I think that last piece of advice is way better than everything else he said. I don't think you need to stick with anything you've learned within a boot camp, right? Like if you've went through a boot camp and you figured out how to program, you understand what programming is besides for just using React, right? Like if you're in a boot camp now, take time to build things other than React. Build a tic-tac-toe player, but try building it only using like printf statements that you refresh the screen every single time. Try doing it with the TUI. Try building anything. Aggregate data and build something else out. Build a service that has to stand up by itself. Just stop being a one library, one framework Andy, and actually go on and become something that is a programmer. But he is 100% correct. If you go to a job without a mentor, the likelihood of your success has been greatly reduced.
I feel like I hardly learned anything from that job, and everything that I learned from my coding bootcamp felt like it was just kind of slowly starting to fade away as I was trying to learn this software to do all these graphs and charts. I don't know. I was stoked that I got a job, but it did a lot more damage than good, if I'm being honest with myself. So you'd think that I would have learned my lesson based off of what happened to me in my first.
One more thing that you noticed that what he said. I want this is a big takeaway, and I want you to kind of think about this. So obviously he didn't give us how many hours he was working. He didn't give a lot of information about what was going on in his personal life. So we're only making conjecture here. We're not actually making any sort of truth statement. But if you're at a place in which you feel like your skills are atrophying, you have two things you need to do. One, you need to find a new job. But two, you need to work on side projects. You need to make something that grows your skill set. If you are atrophying, it is usually a very bad sign. Now, if you love your job, but you're still atrophying, then side projects are the simple answer. You don't have to get a new one, but it's just something always to take that into to heart.
First job, but unfortunately, my second job is kind of the same thing. Once again, this job was basically handed to me. I didn't apply for it. Again, I do not recommend this. Number two, I kind of lied on my resume, I'll be honest. The guy that was hiring me, he knew that I lied on my resume, so we thought it was going to be okay. We thought we'd kind of be able to work through it. Now, this was for a senior full stack position.
Okay, in general, like it's good to try to like apply to jobs outside of your skill set. Like if there's some growth in there, that's okay. But if you're fresh from a boot camp and you're trying to shoot for senior, I'm just letting you know that's like it's a disaster waiting to happen. You know what I mean? Like that's too far outside, right? Like I wouldn't be able, I know how to program and I know some things about Python and some basic data science. Like I know why you want to take the median over the mean, right? That doesn't mean I'm a data scientist or have any clue what to do. Yeah, I can write some basic squeal queries. I'm not a data scientist, so for me, applying to be one of them would be a ridiculous endeavor, right? I would just get fired because people would be like, dude, you don't know what you're even talking about.
Basically, 4 years of JavaScript experience, 4 years of Linux experience, 4 years of server management experience, 4 years of SQL. Nothing within the job description I qualified for. There was also a handful of things within the job description that I needed 3 or 4 years worth of experience with that I didn't even know what it was. But I talked with the guy, he's like, you know what? I'll hire you anyways. Like, I think we're gonna be able to work through this. The third thing that was wrong with this job is it was like my previous job. I'm gonna be working on a small team. My last job, I was just a one-man show, which was a huge problem. Now with this one, at least I had a boss, but honestly, it was just me and him. There was one senior level engineer and then one junior level engineer who was me. Basically, the job description said that you're gonna need to work independently, you're gonna need to be able to finish your tasks with very little help. Those should have been red flags right there, because clearly I needed help, but I was desperate for a job, so I was honestly willing to take anything I could get. Like I said, this job, again, it was handed to me, and it ended up being a bigger disaster than my first job. I accidentally erased all of the files for one of our web pages.
You know, that's always funny to me, but how does that happen? Like, real talk, how does that happen? Like, I get the deleting data from a database one, but how does erasing files happen? Don't you have some Git somewhere? Right? Yeah, some version control somewhere at some point, and you still have reflog, right? Even if you just delete your project and force push master, you still have history.
Luckily, it wasn't live at the time, but still, it was a huge disaster because we didn't use Git, which should be another huge red flag. If you're familiar with code, you should, or at least even just code, web design, you should use Git. We didn't. We only used FTP file transfer, so it took like...
Oh, gosh. Oh, he just named two different technologies as if they're the same thing. We didn't use Git, we used FTP. You're like, what? What? What the hell? What the hell did you just say?
8 hours to upload a single file, and nothing that I would write on code would reflect live in the browser like it does with React, or even with just simply refreshing an HTML page. I would write code, take an hour to upload it. If it didn't work, then I'd have to go through. It just, honestly, it was a mess, and there would be days in between me even talking.
What? Yeah, I mean, that just seems like a developer nightmare. That senior engineer that's there, this is one of the problems with small shops, is that there's people that are senior engineers that shouldn't be senior engineers. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what I was doing as an engineer, that means I have fundamentally messed up. Hands down. And so, I've seen this before. You get enough incompetent senior engineers together, you have truly found 10x engineers. And by 10x, I mean it requires 10x more effort to do anything. It's the only truest 10x engineers out there, right? It is just insane what could happen.
With my boss, sometimes like 3 or 4 days would go without us even talking, and he was like 3 times my age, so it kind of felt like there was this little bit of disconnect almost. I personally felt like we were designing and building websites that looked like they were from 1997, and everything that I felt like we were using was so old and outdated and looked old. Nothing that I learned from my coding bootcamp was even in sight of what we were doing. But I couldn't say anything to him because he's my boss. He's been doing this longer than I...
Again, so this just goes right back to that same don't be a React Andy. Like, if you threw me right now into a jQuery project, if you threw me into just a DOM-only manipulation, pure JavaScript project, I could be successful. I will be successful because I understand how these things work. Like, I don't want to just be a React Andy. I can do it, right? Like, I can figure this out.
I've even been alive. And I'm just a junior developer that failed my way through a coding bootcamp. So like, what do I have to say to him? I remember I made a post on Reddit, kind of laying out my job, trying to get some feedback from some people shortly after I started. And I'll never forget, I had to actually delete the post after like an hour or two because it was just blowing up. And so many people were like, get the hell out of that job. Like, you don't do this. You use FTP. You don't use GitHub. You don't do this. Like, there were so many red flags.
Yeah. The GitHub one is just insane.
Everyone was like, get out of that job. Like, go find a job where you're going to learn. And I should have listened, but the pay was good. I was desperate for a job, and so I just stuck it out for as long as I could. And it ended up not really being worth it, I'll be honest. Now, the final straw for me at that job was when my boss left for a 7-day vacation, and basically he like switched servers like the night before he left and sent me login credentials that didn't work. And he said he didn't have service for 7 days. I couldn't get into the server. I really don't know shit about server management, I'll be honest. And so when he got back and realized I didn't do anything for a week, he let me go. which I don't blame him. I'll be honest. I probably would have let me go too. But I couldn't get into the server. Passwords never worked. It was not a good time, to say the least. I'm glad to be out. It was something.
If the boss fired you over that, honestly, the boss needed to be fired. If you left 7 days no service and you handed someone incorrect credentials, there is no level of server management sophistication that you're going to be able to fix that situation. Right? Like, unless if you happen to be Elliot from whatever that Hacker Man TV show was. Like, unless if you're Hacker Man hacking time, you're not just going to be like, oh, yeah, you actually gave me the wrong credentials? Well, let me just root access your machine really quickly. If you're root accessing the machine, you're at the wrong job. Oh, here I go. Just a quick little, this guy just set up a quick honeypot. I saw that coming. Let me just skirt around these issues.
It was good. It was fun. A good experience, a bad experience.
Then
I
get
don't even
fired
know.
for hacking.
I got fired, so take that for what you will. So there you guys go. There is my list of excuses on why I got fired from my first 2 junior developer jobs. Trust me, I've thought it over a million times. I know there's a lot of things that I could have done differently to change my results. But hey, now you guys know, and honestly, that's what's most important. I hope you guys learned something, or you guys will take away something from this video, or at least it was enjoyable. So if anything I've said has been beneficial to you guys, go ahead, leave a like down below, consider subscribing to my channel. I apologize that my videos are not always that good. They're slowly but surely getting a little bit better. I'm simultaneously trying to learn lighting and camera and video editing while trying to launch a website or a web.
No, you got to learn audio. I know this is a couple years old. Please tell me you fixed your audio.
Design business, freelance, find clients, charge clients. I'm just trying to document this whole process. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys.
He became front-end Jesus not too long afterwards. Look at that.
On the next video. Can you say hi, kitty? Can you say hi to the camera, kitty?
He flexed. That was a flex. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Have you seen my mouse? It's right here. Just in case. Oh, there's my mouse again. It's over here. Not a big deal. I just use a mouse, from time to time. Whatever. Nice mouse, thank you. I was just flexing my mouse game, okay? It's a nice mouse, yeah. Sun's out, guns out. Show your left arm, you don't want to see it. It's way thinner. Let's see. Okay, well, now that we did that, real talk though. Great video. Takeaway you should have. Okay, Cam, I got you, Cam. I got you. The takeaway you should have here is that mentorship is your biggest goal. Mentorship is going to be the thing that's going to make more difference in your career than anything else. And I mean it. So real talk. Get a mentor. I'm not a mentor, right? People reach out to me on a weekly basis asking to be a mentor. The thing is if I'm not there with you, if I'm not building a project with you, you can't pay me money to make me a good mentor, right? You need someone that can actually be your mentor, that sees you day in and day out, that spends hours, at a time with you, that knows who you are. Find a good mentor. And I mean that. Find a good one. It will make a huge difference in your life. The name is the Primogen. Don't be a React Andy. Okay, hold on. Cam's telling me to do this one, so there's another marker. Sorry, Cam's putting a bunch of links. I trust Cam, and I trust his opinions, but I feel like he's about to get banned. But nonetheless, one more marker. We're going back to back. I don't know what's happening here. Here we go. Cam, am I going to ban you? Oh, this is the same one. Damn it, Cam! Cam, now I just want to ban you. Okay, let's go. We're banning Cam. What the hell, Cam? I'm changing plans. I'm ready to do this, and then Cam just comes in with that. You spam the video I'm already watching? Such a cam girl. Every time. Every time. Whoopsies, wrong one. All right, here comes alerts.
Welcome
Have
to
you ever had
Costco.
mentees that you don't
I
like your
love you.
Sal and you need to let them go to someone else? No, I never had that problem. In fact, the person, you know what's funny? I had a little mentee, and I thought he was completely a goofball. And here's the deal: I learned a lot from him. He learned a lot from me, but I also learned a lot from him. Real talk. I already saw this one. It's okay. How Not to Be a Noob by GeoHot. Link it in the Discord. Link him in the Discord. It's fun, yeah. My army has my back. Thanks, guys. Shut up, Cam. Shut up, Cam. All right, here we go. Nutwalker, thank you very much for that tier 1. Let's go. And Mankus, hey Mankus, with the Twitch Prime. Let's go. Let's go. Herbert Z. Appreciate that. 14 minutes ago, 3 months. Brand new Terminal Root coming in with that brand new Twitch Prime. Jay Meyer with that brand new Twitch Prime. Tilo K. We already said thank you to Tilo K, if I'm not mistaken, but thank you again, Tilo K. And Muhammad Amardi. Thank you for that community sub. I feel like maybe I haven't seen these, but thank you. I do appreciate that. Solving your favorite interview question. Oh man, I do want to see this. I do want to see this.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Okay, first off, you used one of my box art images from the one where I'm dunking on Twitter, okay? I mean, that's me. Oh, please watch this. It's going to be good. See, I'm about to mentor and arrest trademark someone at my job. I'm freaking afraid to mentor them the wrong way. Don't be afraid. Here's the deal. Real talk. You need a foundation, the Brimogen Foundation. Is the clock question you failed like 2 years ago? Okay, Beasco. Shut up, Beasco. It was like 3 years ago, Beasco. I've learned a lot since then. Real talk. Tom does tech. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one. And just so I don't lose it, I'm gonna hold on. I like to keep things. I like to really make sure I have them right here. Do this one. It looks great. Okay, this can be like a code review of me doing it. But real talk, people, I'm actually building a service right now in Rust at Netflix, and I actually just want to get back to work. And I mean this in the nicest way. I just want to work. Okay, I just want to go work. That's who I am. That's what I want to do. I want to go work. Okay. I do. I want to get this. I'm second year CS degree, and I feel that everyone around me wants to be a coder and not a computer scientist. My question is, should I look for a niche like web development and focus on trying hard to land a job, or should I go deep dive into the lore of CS and learn the hard stuff, even if there's no immediate application? I'm a huge fan of learning the lore. Okay, because learning web development is not super hard if you have a big foundation. You know what I mean? Love you, bye, Prime. Hey, Nightshade, dude, I appreciate that. But real, Monday night, let's do it. May I interject for a moment? What you're referring to as Rust is actually Rust / the foundation. Oh, Rust Foundation. Rust is an idea that is made possible by the effort and money given to the foundation. I just finished all your FEM courses except Web3. Yeah, I did a Web3 one just because no one else wanted to teach it, and I said, I'll learn about it. It is probably the only one that is probably my least favorite one to do, because looking back on it, this was before Web3 became massively unpopular, but the amount of hexagonal squares on Twitter that followed me really went through the roof. I've been in the industry for 10 years, and I feel like there's a lot I still need to learn. Yeah, I've been in the industry for 15 years, and there's still a lot. Most people are employed as coders, not computer scientists. This is true. To be employed, you are a coder. But to be a good coder, having the computer science foundation is really good. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's a little bit of both. Now, we've done Justine recently. I feel like we've done Healthy Gamer recently. Charity stream. Oh, it's a charity stream. I feel like I almost got to go and help Dr. K on a charity stream. I mean, should we do Dr. K on a charity stream?
I'm running top.
He has no idea what he's doing. Dr. K on a charity stream? Come on. It's a charity stream. You gotta always, you gotta do a good job for charity. I am fine to do it for a charity stream. Let's go. Hey, you guys have a good one. This was a great stream. Dota is a big update recently. I don't care. I don't play Dota. Okay, I didn't play Dota back when it was on Warcraft 3. I played tower defense. I'm a tower defense Andy. I'm not a Dota Andy. Okay, it's just who I am. It's who I will always be. Okay, how's there only 1,200 people and there's 1,900 here? Get the hell in there. LOL is the best? No. Tower defenses are awesome. Tower defense for the win. Yeah, tower defense is the GOAT. Warcraft 3 veterans, and yeah, dude, autumn defense, cube defense, okay? Oh boy, the good old flash tower defense. Dude, there's so many good ones.
Yeah, we just do it together. We're bit split.
The Dota.
I feel you, man.
Vi sitter här i väntan, spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker, men motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i
Swedish old music. Yep, this song is so nostalgic. We're not doing it, okay? Warcraft 3 TD was awesome. I agree. It was the best. All right, everybody, I gotta go. I actually really want to just go program in Rust. DCMA,